Surprise!
Hi.
Here we go. Hello, welcome in. It was gonna be on time. Oh, you know, sometimes it's on time, sometimes it's not.
Sometimes we're on time,
Do I have that
but you know.
off? I have that turned off. There we go.
I'm just getting
Yeah, that
settled
sounds
in
good.
here. How's everybody doing?
Oh. There we go. Test, test. Okay, good. All right.
Could they hear us this whole time?
I think they can. Yeah.
Okay, good. Hi.
But just our stuff wasn't picking up properly.
Subscribe, bitches!
Pretty much. I mean, you know.
Oh man. Okay. You know how we turned up the house by 1 degree?
Did you turn it back down yet?
I did, but I
Okay.
didn't do it until right before stream.
Oops.
I'm too hot.
I mean, I'm also wearing shorts, so I understand it's actually for once warm. You're actually awake and alive. That's valid. Esoterica, you definitely were a contributing factor. Y'all have been asking for it. You reminded us. Finally, we managed to get it done. You're still awake! Well, congratulations. Because caffeine, I'm in danger. Yeah, Dash, sweetie, honey, do you need to perform some self-care? Stream is laggy. Oh no. Well, I hope it clears up. Don't see our frames dropping, so that's good. We're in the green, so that's good. Hey babe, welcome back.
Sorry, it's been so cold the last couple days. We turned the heat up in the house to kind of get the rest of the house warmer, but
Because the rest of the house was very cold.
yeah, the upstairs here, this is where all the heat goes, pretty much.
This is where the heat goes to die.
Yeah, this is where the heat goes. So like, yeah.
The cup is pink. It is water. Because I didn't go to the trouble of making beverages tonight.
Okay, what?
You just have some beard hairs that are making their own decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a face full of beard hair there, a mouth
No,
full of
Brawl's
beard hair.
cup is clear,
Yeah, mine's clear.
so the background shines through. Whereas mine is pink, so you can kind of see it.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been super cold here. Well, for our area, it's been super cold. Normally, it's a little bit more average.
We
And-
did get some snow.
Yeah.
Which
like,
for us is unusual because we're usually pretty low level here.
didn't some of you say you got like 9 inches? I think I saw.
Nice.
I think I saw somebody say they got 9 inches. So
You right.
Tea.
yeah, it's been pretty crazy here with the weather. Didn't they say like, isn't like part of California under
I
under a
heard.
snow?
I heard.
Phrasing Brawl, I wish I got 9 inches.
Hey. Welcome in, Riku.
Hey Riku, hey Dash. Snow isn't sticking, but more to come. Yeah, that's kind of like, I think they just basically, and by the way, if we want to get groceries for the next few days, apparently tomorrow is the day, because
Wow.
I'm pretty sure they revised all of our weather for the next few days to
Yeah?
be snow.
I left my phone in the other room.
So,
Whoops.
yeah, maybe a couple days here where it's gonna be pretty warm, but all at the same time, it's also still gonna snow. Some places in your town got like a foot. You only got like 3 inches. 3 inches. Aw. I mean, it's enough to like. You finally shaved off your beard. Sorry, Brawl. It's fine. You can wear your facial hair however you want.
Right? You gotta do what works for you, friend.
I'm not disappointed or anything. That's fine.
The only person who can say what your beard or face should look like is you.
It's like, yeah, like it's fine. You're getting less than an inch? Aw. That's also sad. I mean, it's okay, so not gonna lie, it's icy as fuck too.
Right.
And like, it's kind of scary with how icy it is because everybody's totally unprepared for it.
Brawl, I'm not disappointed. Brawl on the inside. Sad music from Up.
Hang on. This'll take me a second to find. I'm sorry. Is it here? No. Is it?
You wish it would melt because you hate the snow. Well, that's also a valid opinion.
No, that's not it. Videos.
Assets?
Projects.
Perfect. Give me a perfect. Perfect chub.
There's also that one.
It's not that. God damn it.
What are you even looking for, sweetie?
You wouldn't understand.
Oh? Alrighty then. Supposed to be 16 degrees Fahrenheit for you tonight. Ooh! 2-wheel drive car on a hill. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mother Hugo. That is a rough proposition. He's looking for something. He's digging through the file hierarchies.
I don't think I'm gonna find it.
I don't know what it is.
It is a sad violin song.
A different sad violin song?
It's a different sad violin song, yeah.
You know, I need to go through because I can't remember which one of those still exist. Oh, that one. That one doesn't like it when you have stuff in front of it.
How are you going to punish me?
A street luge? Yeah, that's one way to get down a hill.
I don't have it. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where it's at. No.
I don't know what to tell you, Brawl.
No. I don't know. Okay. All right. I have no idea where it's at. I'd have to open up the resolve. The resolve project file, and there ain't no way I could do that while we're streaming. That'd break the computer. Anyway, it's just sad violin music. Anyway,
Sorry.
it sounds like that.
My ears were not prepared.
That's also part of it too. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mother Hugo. And Nightbot. Let me help you out there.
Rude.
There you go. You can do that now. You can do that now.
Ooh, Ferret got in trouble.
I got your back.
Oh, street luge. Why are we talking about street luge?
Because Mother Hugo has a 2-wheel drive car and lives on a hill.
Ooh. Yeah. There's a hill. Okay, so our driveway basically like goes down straight into a main road.
It does.
So like, it's
annoying.
Before we get to the bottom of the drive, when it's icy, we would just like slide out into the middle of the road. We have a tendency not to go anywhere when it's icy.
Exactly. We basically choose to stay inside because driving could be difficult. And because we live in the Pacific Northwest, they typically do not salt our roads. And when they do put down a de-icer, it's usually only on very important streets and highways because
Especially the overpasses.
especially the overpasses, but it's not a salt de-icer because salt would really fuck with the salmon in our ecosystem up here. Like, literally murder an entire generation and we would have a salmon shortage within 2 years. So we don't do that in the Pacific Northwest. And in fact, we've got some really cool agricultural waste, specifically grape-based, that comes out of like the wine industry. Basically, they turned that into a zero impact de-icer, so it doesn't fuck with the ecology. But yeah, Pacific Northwest, it's good times. But also, because it's the Pacific Northwest and they don't salt the roads here, we try not to drive when it's icy.
Yeah, it's pretty rough here.
Yeah, road salt is really bad for salmon and a bunch of other flora and fauna. Let's not ignore all of the rest. But salmon is a literal, like, renewable food source here in the Northwest, and if we fuck it up forever, we fuck it up forever, and then it's gone.
I will say I do miss my my van, because that van could drive.
Your
in
van could
anything.
drive in anything. It
It's been
shouldn't have.
It's been in the
but it
desert.
did.
It's been in the rainforest. It's been on the mountain. It's been in the mountains. It has been everywhere. So it was a great off-road vehicle.
It shouldn't have been.
It was
but
a
it
great
was.
off-road vehicle. I love that van.
You salt up in Canada. Well, yeah, I mean, Canada gets a lot more snow than we do. And they do treat some of the main roads and stuff around here. But a lot of the area where a lot of the Pacific Northwest uses little to no salt because of things like the salmon and the flora and the fauna. You live just north of the Pacific Northwest. It's pretty much the same climate as Seattle, smidge colder. Okay, that makes sense.
Gotcha.
That makes sense. Still, you probably get more snow than we do because we're not very high up.
Yeah.
You have a lot of salmon, but they still use all the salt. I just know that that's one thing that they've chosen not to do in parts of the Pacific Northwest.
I will say it was kind of funny. I had to drive the other day, like right as it was starting to get snowy for us, and like all the people that lived like up in the mountains came down, and like, came down off of their mountains, and their cars were covered in snow.
Yeah.
Absolutely covered.
Yeah, I saw some pictures.
It was incredible, and I still had to drive in like I saw when it was like starting to snow, and I'm like, okay, it's not gonna start sticking for a little while here.
You got a little bit of time to get home.
I've got like 2 hours tops. So, I left, and so I left. I'm pretty excited about this. This is actually pretty cool. I traded in a bunch of old computers and computer cases, and I was able to find and trade those in for a new CPU for my computer. So I got an i7. It's a 4th gen for my old computer, but I was able to upgrade my i5 to an i7. So it's basically same number of cores, but twice the threads, which means my computer can do just a little bit more.
It can think a little harder now.
It can think a little hard. If I accidentally have like 2 user profiles open, my computer doesn't totally lock up. I can play Elden Ring. I'm pretty sure I can stream Elden Ring if I want to. So it looks like that might be back on the menu for nights when maybe we want to do something different than Stardew.
That's an option.
Yeah.
That's definitely an option. You got a big snow on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning when you walked out to my car, parts up to your knee. Damn. And Merlin says one time my parents and I were on an RV trip in Colorado, and as we were heading up a mountain, a car came down the other way, absolutely covered in snow. Driver rolled down his window, was like, yeah, you're not going that way. You should probably find a campsite. That reminds me of the time we took your van, the one you were just waxing rhapsodic about, up to the mountain.
Yeah.
And I was a little worried, but it absolutely got there and back.
Oh, front wheel drive vans with oversized tires are amazing.
And with a little weight in the car, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Front wheel drive vans drive so well.
They do it.
And if you need to put chains on everything, they'll go anywhere. They'll do anything. So awesome.
I still can't believe that car did what it did in its lifetime. It was impressive.
Yeah. Such a great car.
Terrible, but impressive.
Such a great car. It's a really good car.
It was.
I'll miss that car. Just a tiny bit.
I don't miss
downsizing
being a passenger in that car.
That's true. That's
being a
true.
passenger in that car was
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
You miss having a shit heap car that I didn't have to worry about. Yeah, that's valid. It's valid. There are times when it's freeing to not have to care.
I was okay. So super quick story. Went out with a group of friends. We had a designated driver, and our designated driver's car was, as Merlin described it, a shit heap.
A dedicated one.
Dedicated, yeah. The person I think was in the restaurant industry, and
all right.
They were kind of like a dude that just went hard, right? Just
right.
All the time. And he didn't replace any of his suspension in his car, and then he drove over railroad tracks, and
my tailbone.
It set off all the airbags in his car.
My tailbone hurts just hearing that description.
So yeah, just driving over the railroad tracks at a super fast speed with absolutely zero suspension. And so his steering wheel had exploded out, and he had cut it out, but instead of replacing it,
he just
went off with the he had kind of removed the mechanism and was driving the car, and the dashboard was completely messed up. He had just removed the airbag and stuff like that, and we were all driving in this thing, and it's every time you go over a bump, you'd be like, ugh!
Like I said, my tailbone is recoiling just hearing this. Merlin, I miss being able to think, go ahead and hit me. I promise, I don't care. And then Mother Hugo, I have one of those. My car was ran into a ditch, came out without a dent. And my street wasn't plowed, but a bigger street that you're attached to was. There's a snowbank, and you have to take a couple to get through the bank. Oh my God. I didn't need that kidney, says Esoterica. For the car or to pay for the car?
It was kind of funny. They put me in the back seat, and they're like, oh yeah, the passenger seat in the front, sitting in the back seat, you're more secure. The seat belts work. And the seats are the airbags in this, we're actually by being up front and not having airbags, we're less safe, and therefore you're more safe by sitting in the back seat. So make sure, there you go.
So I'm not going to share the whole story, but anecdotally, I've known some people where being in the back seat was not safer. That is as far as I will detail that story. It's not a pleasant one. They had a bad time. Not a good time. Anyway.
Everyone wore seatbelts. It was totally safe. We had a designated driver.
That's valid.
Just no airbags and suspension. That's it. And not having suspension.
It's actually low-key almost worse than
Yeah,
no
it's,
airbags.
it's pretty dangerous. It's
Ow.
pretty. It's well, not just like painful, but like cornering and stuff like that is also like. Yeah.
I like them too. They just make me feel happy. Whenever I catch a glimpse of them out of the corner of my eye, I'm just like,
We didn't quite coordinate.
it wasn't intended to be a coordination.
Yeah.
I just really like this shirt. And you look really nice in that shirt.
This was a lightweight shirt.
Yes.
This is super
true.
lightweight.
Didn't have a horn. The doors wouldn't lock. The windows fall down. The starter and transmission were going out, and one of the seatbelts in the back didn't work.
Yeah, but
Mother
did you ever?
Hugo.
But did you ever start the car with a screwdriver?
Concern for both of you. But damn, that car refused to die. That's valid. Right? You legitimately narrowly avoided probably being crippled for the rest of your life simply because you weren't in a specific car that day, and you would have been in the back seat.
Oof.
Yeah. Sometimes the back seat is better, sometimes it's not. Your key, oh my god.
Yeah, right. We had a car that like the bezel and the interior where the key goes, the bezel broke free because the glue came undone that kept the bezel attached. You know, instead of doing mechanical like attachment, they did glue, and it snapped the key off inside the ignition. So, and it snapped it off in just the right way that a flathead screwdriver would work to start the car. So whenever you pulled up to get gas, it was a little awkward because this
It looked like you were stealing the car
Yeah,
every
you
time you
always-
drove anywhere.
you always looked around to see, and the looking around was also a little suspicious too, right? You know, so like if you're
Anybody
looking
who's
around,
watching you on camera
Yeah.
is like,
Like-
the fuck is their deal?
you know, and then you know there's the secret hidden compartment where the screwdriver always lives, and then you just kind of nonchalantly reach out and start the car with the screwdriver.
You're okay.
And then, you know, put the screwdriver back in the super duper secret hidden place. Other than that car was amazing.
And people think I'm the reckless one.
Did you
this
live in a place where
relationship.
you could pump your own gas? Sometimes.
We
Yeah.
have lived in places where you cannot pump your
Yeah.
own gas and places where you can.
Yeah.
Both of us, yeah.
It was anyway, so that was quite the car. I liked that car though. It had bench seats. It had bench
Valid.
seats. Like it had an entire seat across the front and an entire seat across the back.
God, that dates it.
It absolutely
really dates it.
does. No working air conditioner.
You know the last car that I remember consistently being in when I was a child that had a bench seat was one of my grandparents had an old Buick, the kind with like a whole like half foot of cushion in the bench seat, like, and the velvet interior.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If it was
That
fancy.
car was, well, the interior was fancy for the car, but it was not like the fanciest
No,
of
I'm saying
Buicks.
if it was fancy, it had the lights in the rear seats with the passenger side, so you could read.
Right.
Like, that's
yeah,
fancy.
I
That
remember
was
when
fancy.
that was like
Yeah.
the new hotness.
Yeah.
Your
Seatbelt
places,
sensor.
yeah.
Seatbelt sensor is going out, leaking the wiper fluid, and in the passenger seat floor, it can never be fully aligned.
Oh, ow.
Oh no. The entire.
Yeah, damn.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, you have to scan around for signs because in your area, it varies by municipality whether or not you fill up or they fill up.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think a couple of states like went like if it's rural or super duper not busy or whatever, you could like pump your own gas or whatever.
Yeah, Oregon is the only one with a full service law. Somebody told me that. Yeah.
Didn't they change that though?
I think they changed it to like basically the customer does not get in trouble, but the station's not supposed to allow it.
I thought it was like certain times a day or like
They might have done
availability.
that, right? Especially for rural. 'cause
I don't remember.
staffing.
But I kind of feel like there was like some sort of like, yeah,
If it's full service, it's a luxury. Oh man.
yeah.
Oh man, I prefer self-service just because it's faster. But, you know, where the law is the law. Your car's very close to being fully aligned. Oh no. Hey, Jessless.
It's just permanently a little bent back there. Yeah, that's what she said. Okay. Jessless, hello, welcome in.
Full is nice when it's -40 and you don't want to get out of the car. I mean,
I've never been in -40. I've been in like -10.
that's...
-40 is -40.
I was going to say it's the same in both.
It's the same, yeah.
I was going to...
I've been -10 Fahrenheit. Yeah.
All right. So
$500 fine for
fine.
pumping your own gas.
It's chill. It's great. It's exciting.
shit.
Yeah. I think last time when I had been in Oregon, they changed it so that like the consumer was not the one who could get in trouble. So that, you know, you weren't penalized if there wasn't an attendant,
Gotcha.
right?
Gotcha.
But they're supposed to have staff in general.
So we're fine. We're fine.
I mean,
We're
have you
fine.
ever seen people try to put their gas into plastic bags because of a presumed gas shortage?
Oh yeah, plastic garbage bags. Yes.
People did that. It's a miracle the station didn't burn down.
Open
I was a
buckets.
gas attendant once. I was once a gas attendant when I lived in Oregon at one point. And when I was in high school and college. And it was
People
there's
did stuff.
actually a lot of things you can do wrong that could potentially spark. Yeah, you worked at a gas station to get through college. See, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what they say. And to be fair, some people do try to do crazy things.
There was that one time at the self station that we went to, and someone had like sprayed gas over everything, and you were like, you have to tell the attendant. And I was like, yeah, okay. So I went and I told the attendant, and they were like, ah, and they had to like shut everything down and it was like,
Yeah.
it was almost, I didn't see anybody do it, but it looked like someone had just taken a gas pump and like sprayed it all over it.
And it smelled like that too.
Yeah, I was like, what
It was
the
obvious.
hell?
And so I was like, you literally have to report that. Otherwise, the whole place could have a problem soon. Yeah, you're right, Socrates. Technically, if things go wrong, cell phones can spark with enough fuel in the air. You worked at a grocery store in Washington. The sheer number of stories you've heard from the connected gas station is insane. I believe you.
Oh yeah,
I believe you. Like the idiots that try to put gas in a Tesla.
I mean, some
boy.
people like they rent the Tesla and they don't fully understand.
And they
or
think it's like a
whatever.
fusion one.
What's his
you know?
name? What's his name? The tech guy.
Linus?
No. The
No.
guy that did the red camera. The red camera. review.
Marquez?
Yeah, Marquez.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He just did a video about why people are gonna have a bad experience with electric vehicles, and it was because, from his point of view, it was because of a lack of standardization in the United States with electric stuff. And he
That's
was willing
valid.
to be able to like troubleshoot all the different issues that come with charging an electric car. His prime example was when he put the plug in his Tesla, right? And it wouldn't charge. But then he touched it ever so slightly and it was just enough to make a connection, and he had to stand there for like 30 minutes
Oof.
to like charge his car, and he's like, nobody's gonna do that.
Nope.
So anyway, and a lady was driving her son's electric vehicle. This is what sparked that whole conversation.
Right.
And she didn't know how to charge the car, and she didn't have like an account on her phone to be able to do it. So he like helped her out and stuff, because he's like, I want people to get electric vehicles.
Right. And then
So-
Queen Cat, I cannot believe that, but also I can absolutely believe that. And then Socrates, what about the cell phones? Did we miss something? Toyota's
All-
starting to make other
Everybody is.
Yeah.
Everybody is.
It needs to happen in some form, some way of some sort of renewable energy. Even if you don't believe that, you know, greenhouse gases and carbon emissions are a problem for the planet, which they are, there's also the matter of it's non-renewable. It will be used up, and then where will we be?
Yeah, Mythbusters did a great video on that.
Also, no, I didn't see that one.
That one didn't go through.
That one didn't go through.
So there are use cases for electric vehicles.
Oh,
I'd be a
I'd
great
love-
candidate for an electric vehicle.
Right,
I
because
don't drive
we don't
very
go
far.
too far. We're usually city drivers, or
Yeah,
at least, you know,
and-
city adjacent.
And yeah, like a shitload of like
100%
start and stop
esoterica.
driving too. And
Yeah.
that's so
That's so good for recharging the battery when you have the right system.
well, and not just that, but it's like really bad sitting in traffic
with combustion.
with a combustion engine.
and again, esoterica. Full agree.
You're not keen. Yeah, I don't want to give. Yeah, fuck him.
But no, I've seen some good stuff about the different Toyota vehicles. I've seen some good stuff about several different manufacturers who are working on either hybrid or fully electric vehicles. And I agree, if we had some sort of standardization for like charging stations and ports and, you know, like the kind of voltages and conductance everybody needs across their batteries, like it would be so much easier to make it work for more and more people.
I mean, Europe has already standardized their plugs.
Right.
Like, I don't know why.
And with phones too.
Yeah, I know.
USB-C is the future and requirement for like phone and connecting ports and all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, things will have to change. And that's probably good, because let's progress forward.
I mean, so I have a battery pack, and I'm not saying that this is like how it works for electric cars,
Right,
but I have a portable battery pack that will jump my car like 6 times,
right, before needing to be recharged.
and it will run. I mean, it'll run my. I forget. I don't have it with me up here. I think it's downstairs, but it's a substantial battery.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't
And
think
we've kept that for our combustion engine.
Yeah.
And if there was something like that for an electric,
I mean-
that would make sense to also have.
you know, in working with a school once, their bus driver had something that could like run their bus for a little while, so it could jump start a bus. It's just a spare battery.
Yeah, no, his hair is getting long. He's got a ponytail again.
Is it really?
Yeah. Do you see your ponytail?
It's been a year and a half.
Yeah. It's been growing.
Yeah,
It looks
been a year and a
great.
half since I cut it off.
402 miles? That's a really large range for an electric vehicle. Fuck
Hydrogen.
yeah. Oh, hydrogen. Alternate fuel source. It's
Yeah.
not
Not gas.
gas.
But it is a form of gas.
It is not
Gasoline.
it is not gasoline petroleum. It's not a petrol product the same way.
I had hair down to here.
It's true. Before he cut it.
I cut all of my hair off like last November, 2 Novembers ago. About a year and 4 months.
Do you grow it, cut it, donate, and regrow it? Nice. My hair, I let the part grow that is long, and then I need to do some some maintenance on my side shaves. They're currently like kind of pixie sides.
Yeah. No, I've had long hair now for. I started growing it out a little bit before I got my job.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much I've had long hair. I shaved it off that one time, and that's basically it.
We have not donated our hair in recent year. No, we haven't.
Well, I cut my hair off during like COVID. And
Yeah,
there was
mid-pandemic.
Like, yeah, like
So we weren't sending it anywhere.
there was, yeah.
You cut a
process.
foot off in October after the wedding. Nice.
Yeah.
GG, and also nice.
I don't think barbershops were even open when I cut it off.
Nope. I helped you with the clippers at home.
Yeah.
You need to get yours cut again. Oh, I already read that. Sorry.
Hydrogen-powered SUV, 380 mile. That's pretty cool.
Impressive.
Yeah.
I have to admit, someday I don't know that I want an SUV, and I don't know that I want a truck. But when you need a truck is really, really useful. So like maybe a hatchback vehicle that's not like a full crossover, maybe like a tiny crossover, if I could find someday something like that, you know. Especially if it was an electric.
I went to the largest blade on I think it was a 1-inch blade.
Yeah, we went to the largest guard.
Yeah, I think it was.
We had for our thingy.
Yeah, I think it was 1 inch.
Nice, very
So,
nice.
Yeah, I went from like
Down to your belly button, practically.
almost belly button length hair all the way down. So I
It
only
was time for a change at the time.
I only put it back because it was getting a little annoying to deal with tonight.
It's true, you were warm.
And
Yeah, it grows out.
and I was warm as heck tonight too.
You're always pretty hot to
So-
me, baby.
Get it up and keep it up here because like but I was going that was
Mid-pandemic, lots of things
a
happening.
couple months after I quit my job
Yep,
that I'd had for almost a decade,
yep.
and it was like I you
It
know,
was a good time for a change.
good time for a change, you know. So
Absolutely.
I was like, I didn't go as far as taking the beard off. That would have been too far.
I'm fond of your beard, and you're fond of your beard.
Respond to what? Water electrolysis powered car win?
I mean,
That's hydrogen car.
also when Brawl's in mid-flow, you know, you gotta keep.
Yeah, I'm not gonna respond to everything or read everything.
You know, we try to talk to y'all as much as we can, but like part of it is talking.
What Bish said? I didn't even hear what she said. I was talking.
Oh yeah, no, that's valid.
I didn't hear what you
It's
said.
true. He didn't. I gave you a compliment.
Oh, see? Yeah, there you go. Didn't even hear it.
I'm pretty used to him missing some of my sotto voce phrasings because
If I talk, I don't listen, which is why I stop talking when I listen. If I'm talking, don't talk to me and expect me to hear things. It just won't happen.
this is accurate.
It's I'm single in, single out.
Single input.
Single inputs. Yep, one way.
But no, I said you're always pretty hot to me, baby. It was for us then. Yeah.
Yeah, she knows.
I know he's not hearing me when he's talking because, you know, single channel.
Yeah. She knows this.
However, y'all get to enjoy the things with me. Also, I do really think he's very cool. It's true. I'm a bit biased, perhaps, but I think he's an excellent Brawl.
There are none like me.
It's accurate. Also, speaking of, would you be willing to fetch me more water? Or shall I?
I'm out of water too, and I think we're out of water upstairs.
Oh no.
So I think I would need to go downstairs and filter water.
Oh no.
So if you would like water, it's a process. If you want to wait for
At some
water,
point.
if if you want
At
to wait for
some
water.
point, we need more water.
I can go, but it'll be about 10 minutes.
That's a bit of time.
Hey, you wanna keep them entertained for 10 minutes while I go get
What are
us
we
water?
gonna do for 10 minutes, folks?
There you go.
That's valid. That's valid, Socrates.
Hydrogen fuel, 4
Yeah.
times more expensive, roughly the equivalent of $16 a gallon.
Yeah. There are, however, I was hearing that they are working on new ways of deriving hydrogen. You thought I had a baby carrot? No, it's my chapstick. Thank you,
Goodbye,
pretzel. Thank you.
Final goodbye.
Chapstick.
Oh, I didn't realize it was orange on the inside. I just assumed it was also pink.
It's peach raspberry.
Oh, interesting.
It actually smells really nice. However, my favorite of these lip balms is the vanilla one, the basic vanilla one. Anorexic mandrake root? No, not quite. It is nothing but a lip balm. Yeah.
All right.
Fragrance allergy? Yeah.
I do have a little bit. It's not clear.
I'll let
Water?
you enjoy your water.
Well, I put lemon and lime in it.
That is valid.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
you
put
know what I
lemon in-
wish we had now?
Hmm.
I'm now really, really wishing we had some Sprite or some sort of lemon lime soda. Because you know what I would do with it?
Hmm.
I'd put lime juice and bitters in it.
Did we finished off that buzzball, didn't we?
Pretty sure we
think
drank
we
the
did.
buzzball. Maybe? Technically, there's still the vodka. But
You have Sprite?
nice. I haven't had that in a while. Pan's Labyrinth. I haven't seen that in a while. Not since...
Wasn't a fan of that movie. The marketing on that movie was garbage.
You didn't realize it was a Guillermo del Toro horror film, I think. Right?
I mean,
And heavy on the horror.
the marketing was the magical fairyland.
Right.
That's what they leaned into really heavily, and it was a story about a person in real life, not traveling to a magical fairyland like in Narnia or anything like that, but escaping from the trauma of real life.
Right. Yeah.
And putting that trauma in front of like absolutely everybody
Without warning.
without taking a look at the review. So the
Right.
marketing of that movie was just
Right.
didn't work for
You
me.
know, I saw Starry being advertised recently and was like, what's Starry? So no, I didn't know that. The Thin Man is still the best character.
Is that the one with the eyeballs in the hand? Or is that different?
It might be the one with the eyeballs in the hand. Because that was creepy AF.
I think the eyeball hand is the same actor. Like the actor that always does
Is it Ray Park?
I think so. The guy that does he's always in makeup in everything he does, and he's like super skinny.
I'm just going to look up his IMDb because I know he always employs that guy.
I mean, yeah, it's like Hellboy, right?
Right,
The
right,
guy
right,
that
right.
plays the aquatic guy in
Doug Jones
Doug Jones.
is who we're thinking of.
Okay.
Ray Park played Darth Maul.
Not at all who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, no. But he's also done a lot of character work that way.
Yeah, no. Doug Jones is the guy that is like
Right.
always a monster
Right.
in all the movies and wears all the
I'm pretty
prosthetic
sure he's in
makeup.
some, I think he's in some, Star Trek.
Yeah.
In makeup
Yeah.
again.
Well, he's in Star Trek Discovery. He
Mm-hmm.
plays the guy with like the pink face.
Yeah, and he's got a really cool makeup.
Yeah.
Really cool. Is it different? Yes. This is one of Brawl's regular hats. The hat redeem is a very fancy hat. Yeah, no, he's definitely in Shape of Water. Let me go back. I'm on here.
I don't think I watched that movie.
I didn't watch Shape of Water either. I should. Yeah, he's the amphibian man. Also did Mimic. Valid.
Yeah, like low key, this guy is in a ton of monster movies.
Yeah,
a huge amount of
Do
monster
they need
movies.
somebody who's really good at emoting through all of the prosthetics? High likelihood he's in it.
Yeah,
We need to watch What We Do in the Shadows. That's what we need to watch.
kind of like what's his name with the mocap.
Right.
Smeagol guy.
Now I can't think of
Smeagol
his
guy.
name.
Smeagol.
No.
Smeagol.
Andy Serkis.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not even an old movie.
He also played Silver Surfer. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. He played in.
So many.
I stopped watching the Fantastic Four movies. I couldn't.
You know
I
they're
couldn't
making an MCU one.
I hope so.
They are.
I hope so.
Oh my god, he
I
was
hope
in the
it's good.
Teen Wolf TV series. That's hilarious in 14.
2017 is almost a decade ago.
It feels like it. It really. Wow.
No, it's seriously.
Yeah, there he is. Fantastic Four. Rise
20
of the Silver Surfer.
2017 is almost a decade ago. Like literally.
We got a couple years. We got a couple years.
We're closer.
There's 4 years left.
Closer to a decade.
Yeah, he was
ago.
Billy in Hocus Pocus, right?
Yeah.
Right. He was in the Smash Mouth All-Star music video.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, there's Mimic.
Right? Yeah, no, literally, he's been in fucking everything. I don't know, actually. I know very little.
I've been staying away from those. Like,
Yeah, we try not to see the spoilers, so we actually low-key don't look at the announcements.
yeah.
Like, I see them sometimes on the internet, and then I keep scrolling, because there's always spoilers.
Yeah. I just finished Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yay!
Yeah, yeah.
And I liked it.
Nice.
It was okay.
Nice.
It was fine. Yeah. Like it told a story. It told a
valid.
story.
That's valid.
It was good for its reasons. So.
I still need to watch I still need to watch some of the other stuff that's come out recently in the last year and a half. So we did see Doctor Strange Multiverse of 2 Multiverse of Madness,
Which was amazing.
which did have Jim from The Office in a part in it. So you're all good.
There's also some other wonderful stuff in there.
There was also some other wonderful stuff in there. I found it kind of campy, and I kind of loved it for that. I didn't mind that it was kind of ridiculous. I kind of want my Doctor Strange.
Okay, we won't
spoil
try.
it.
I try to talk in like abstractness when it comes to like the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Right,
Because, like
right.
it's just so big at this point. It's like you talk about anything in specifics,
Right,
and you have to put like a spoiler tag up.
Right, so what I'm just going to say is I found that it was kind of a very Raimi film, because Sam Raimi was, directing and stuff. So there was a lot of
Oh my
hints-
god, I didn't expect that.
There was a lot of that to be found in the movie, and I kind of enjoyed the campiness
Oh, Riku.
and the silliness that went with Doctor Strange. But I'm down for my Doctor Strange movies being kind of silly and also being kind of campy and also embracing the occasional horror aspect. I'm here for it. I enjoyed Shang-Chi. was a good movie.
Okay, so I watched Shang-Chi with some people, and it was so good. I was like, we have to watch this. I enjoyed the crap out of Shang-Chi.
They did a really good job with the
Like-
fight choreography.
Yeah.
Again, no spoilers here. I enjoyed that. And I enjoyed how a lot of it had a bit it had a real ode to
loved it.
kung fu movies.
Yeah, it was ode to kung fu for sure.
And I love kung fu movies. Both the serious ones and the silly ones.
Yeah.
I grew up watching a lot of old kung fu movies because those were allowed.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was
great.
I thought it was one of the better Marvel movies in a long time.
I did not expect it to be a deep movie, and I didn't find that it was hugely deep, but I really, really enjoyed it, and it had its moments where it got a little deeper than I expected for a Marvel movie. I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm
not.
It's not perfect.
Yeah. It's
right? But
yeah.
it was a good Marvel movie. It wasn't like amazing, but I really enjoyed it. I thought the fight choreography was really nice. Mm-hmm. And I felt like the fight choreography really felt more like a kung fu movie rather than just a Marvel movie. I really liked the fight continuity.
It's too hot for that. I should have turned that one off.
Sorry, Socrates.
It's like 1,000 degrees in here.
Yeah, the house is overheated because we turned up to deal with the cold outside, but then like this room got all of the heat. So sorry, friend. Also, I just have a random IMDb page playing things in front of me.
Yeah, it's like 80 degrees in here. You thought I was
I'm
super
finally
duper
warm.
Yeah, you thought I was like super duper warm the other day. We turned the temperature up and now it's like 80 in here.
It's true.
I'm sweating in a t-shirt. I mean, if I took my hat off, it'd be fine, but I like wearing my hat.
It looks cute on you.
You saw something you could afford.
That's valid.
Here, do you want me to turn one of the other ones up to like 20K?
Oh,
Save it for later. Save it for later. Wait for a solo brawl Phasmo. I've uninstalled Phasmo off my computer.
It's true.
But like I said, I installed Elden Ring.
That's true. You did install Elden Ring.
I did install Elden Ring. I know it's not a jump scare game.
But it is different.
So.
It's not Stardew, that's for sure.
Yeah. Which.
You know what I haven't done in several days and I should do soon?
Open up Steam and crash it. Let's do it all at the same time here. Let's just get it out of the way. It's installed.
Also, I was gonna say I haven't done my Disney Dreamlight Valley game in a while, and there's currently an event happening, and I could be working on that. You know.
I installed the CPU Thursday.
You did, and then he never got water. It's true. I was wondering what the conditions were gonna be for that. just so you know.
Well, I redeemed it in terms of like I have confirmed that
the points were spent.
So
well, you're definitely gonna have to get some for that. Then we're gonna have to make sure you get your fangs worth. So it might not be while he's getting water unless you're getting water. What's up?
Yeah, the CPU is installed. It's in the computer. It's running. The computer's working better now than it has ever run before. It's fucking amazing. I could probably almost even run the Halo game.
Whoa.
I wonder if I could play the Halo game now.
Whoa, isn't that like 100 gigs?
Yeah, I mean, I can't download it like on stream
anytime
here,
soon.
But
yeah.
I could probably, what was that called? Halo Infinite. Let's take a look at the store page, and then let's take a look at the minimum requirements. Minimum requirements. 4th gen i5. Well, that's bullshit.
Whoops.
50 gigs. A 1050 Ti. That's also bullshit.
Brawl.
8 gigabytes of RAM. That is also bullshit. The game wouldn't even fucking open. I have those minimum system requirements, and the game wouldn't even open.
Hold that thought. Since I don't have water, I'm going to go get a snack. BRB.
So, yeah, I wanted to play that when it came out, and I couldn't. But maybe I can now. So I have the equivalent. I have a 970 in the computer, which is like just a little bit better than a 1050. Like they're so close, but the 1050 is like slightly worse, I think. So, the 970 works just fine, for most things. It's kind of crazy. Like I've gotten so much out of this computer. Like I am really surprised how much I've been able to get out of it. So, it's only been until recently. Nothing like Finding errors in the quiz you're taking for a programming language? Oh, brutal. What programming language are you learning? I'm very curious. I don't know anything about programming. I do know just a teeny tiny bit about some programming languages. Java and C Sharp. Oh, okay. Okay. I took C++ in college. Didn't make any sense to me. I've studied a little bit of C Sharp, and really didn't understand how to use it. And I've tried learning Python a couple of times, but I've never had any real projects to give myself to help me like learn the language. And so when I like have to sit there and listen to somebody lecture, or talk about it, I start to space out. I need to have something to do. That's the only way I learn. Saw learning projects, yeah. I mean, it's like when I started working in IT, the first thing I did is went out and got my hands on a super cheap, like old ass server and tore it apart, put it back together, and tried to break as many things on it as I possibly could, just to learn what like I could do with the operating systems on it. And I literally tried everything I could just to break it, and then to make it work, and break it again and make it work. So that's kind of how I learn, is just to make sure that I test kind of the boundaries, and I try to figure out everything that I actually can't do, and I have to we'll call it fail, but I just have to figure out what I can't do.
I mean, that happens here frequently, Hugo. It's quite frequent.
Oh, Zybooks? So Zybooks, I've heard people in high school and college talking about that. It's basically just like, self-learning, isn't it? Where they just like feed you information, and then you fucking take a quiz, and then that's like it. Some bullshit. Is that pretty much, was my understanding correct on that? It's like PowerPoint learning. It's awful. It sucks.
That sounds terrible.
Not exactly. Oh, okay. I mean, I had a teacher in college who literally word for word read his PowerPoint. Word for word.
Put it on the screen.
Put it on the screen, faced the screen, back to the class, and read his PowerPoint.
That sounds like a hellscape.
Riku, you're right. There's always gonna be someone out there that needs you to know Fortran.
Overly interactive, but not engaging self-learning. That's what your music prof did before you dropped out. Dude, what is it with music profs? They're either absolutely amazing or demons. It's not warm yet.
I know, I'm just looking at what it is.
That's valid.
I had a music professor in college.
Mm-hmm.
And I took world music.
Okay.
In college.
Mm-hmm.
And so the professor did whatever they could to like bring people in to play instruments for us like every week.
Well, that's cool.
Which was really, it's like,
that's awesome.
If he couldn't get someone to play someone in to play an instrument, he would play music or something like that. And he picked interesting stuff.
His wife was amazing. She was my violin instructor, but he was awful at teaching. Oof. Oof. I had at the same school, not your school, but these two professors I had were at the same school. One of them did my ear training class, and one of them was my music theory class. Ear training class technically was a harder class, but I was doing really good in that because the professor knew how to explain things. Theory class had me falling asleep even though I actually really like music theory. Because that teacher was just a drone. Like, their voice was a drone. It put me to sleep. Shoved into the same class. I took them concurrently, but two separate classes. That was both really good and really bad. And then I didn't finish the course. I eventually switched from music track to a graphic design track, and then from there to a commercial art track. I changed tracks a lot.
Your C# class is much better though. The information is presented, but then you have an assignment and you write it and you demonstrate the lessons concepts. It's like, sounds like school.
It do
Okay.
sound like school.
It sounds like school.
It sounds like the thing you do for learning.
Yeah. I mean, that's why sometimes like YouTube learning really sucks, is because like they just info dump on you. So, and it's really hard.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot, Mother Hugo. That sounds like quite a lot. However, I
don't know what you're talking about. Band was practice.
Okay, so
You
that
don't
was
practice.
me with
You don't practice outside of band. You practice. Band is practice.
that was me with my clarinet in grade school. I had my music teacher got so mad at me because I would make progress every week during lessons, and I would practice during band class, and I wouldn't practice my lessons outside of band class or my lesson. And he used to get really mad because he's like, "You're making progress. Imagine if you practiced." And I was kind of like, "I mean, this works." And he was just like so disappointed. So disappointed. So I feel you on that whole band is practice.
Band is practice.
Yeah, see, no, I didn't do that. I was in the vocal only tract.
Hey,
When I was in college, I was not taking any instruments, which, don't get me wrong, it would have been super good if I had been taking an instrument class or more, but I didn't because I had I'd had a really bad teacher when I was learning piano, and even though I love piano, that teacher made me not want to learn more instruments for a very long time. Some teachers are formative.
I liked my piano teacher.
Oh.
I hated piano.
Oh.
I hated
Clarinet?
piano.
Yes, exactly. That's what I did.
You know what I hated most about piano? The solo recitals. I hated the solo recitals.
So I had a teacher who didn't make us do recitals.
Mm-hmm.
So it really removed the... Automatones are amazing. Yes. La blue, blue, blue. You squeeze them and they make different sounds, and you actually move your hand up and down a stem. They're the ones that look like little music notes, and they make things. Anyway, but yeah. No, totally. I know what you mean. They're pretty cute.
Yeah.
But no, I had one teacher that made us do recitals, and then I had another teacher that we could opt out of recitals because she was like, if it means you'll still learn the instrument, I won't make you go on stage. Which, that teacher was the one that made me want to stick with it for a while, but then I had to get a different teacher because that teacher moved. And then I didn't learn much piano after that. I did learn the clarinet though for a while. I wish I knew how to play piano better. I think if I had a piano again as an adult, I would want to learn how to play again. But I don't think
You sure? I'm just
Not
knowing.
you, yeah,
I'm just
no.
knowing myself right
Yeah.
here.
I don't think I would make it like a big priority unless we had access to an instrument, you know? Instruction grade. Well, yeah, I mean, because you were going to, you know, a music school, at least a track in school for music. So that makes sense.
I took piano for 2 or 3 years.
Well, and I took my piano outside of school.
And my music teacher eventually she just got, or my piano teacher one day just got so fed up, and she was like, why are you taking piano lessons if you don't want to play the piano? I was like, because I didn't know that I couldn't not take the piano. So
I didn't know it was a choice.
I didn't know I had a choice, right? I didn't know I had a choice. And she was like, oh, so she went and she talked to my parents, and then I no longer had to take piano.
I mean,
Like-
it's a valid reason not to play. It is.
Yeah, I hated it. There's nothing enjoyable. I like piano. I love listening to piano music. I hate playing it.
You can afford a piano and you should get one. Just remember, if you get an acoustic piano, not a synthesizer, you will have to have somebody tune it.
Or
And
you can detune it yourself
I mean,
and then make creepy music for YouTube videos.
there is a guy who makes prepared pianos, because that's what that's called. Is preparing the piano, and it is a choice. You can do it. It makes me cringe because I just think about how expensive that instrument generally is, and it makes my heart hurt a little bit, even though they're doing fun things. You play guitar for fun? Yay! Nice! I once tried to learn guitar, but my fingers kept kind of displacing because hypermobility. My fingers kept stretching too far for chords and things.
I don't like being left-handed and playing the guitar because there's very few left-handed guitar teachers out there. Yeah. And then everybody is just like, just mirror what I'm doing. And it's like...
That's not how this works. Also, electric slab, yeah. Honestly, in this day and age, they're very good, even if they're not the same, right? Like, I understand there's a big difference between different types of pianos and instruments, but for the average layperson, you can make good music.
Like this, Dash?
You right.
His inverts more than mine does.
Like,
I used to invert more, but it's stiffened.
Is that
with
bad?
age. Your dad ended up learning guitar right-handed even because he's left-handed. Interesting. Yeah. No, there's a YouTuber who does basically nothing but make prepared pianos. It's kind of ridiculous. Your left-handed just dealt with learning how to play things right-handed because of how hard it is to find left-handed stuff accurate.
can you do that?
Oof. Rawl is indeed a lefty. Hey,
Can you do
theater
that?
fan. It's going good.
Yeah, I'm a lefty.
Yeah.
Always have been.
And also, he has a lot of double joint bits. Yeah. Curve the other direction, says Dash. I used to be able to put my fingers into like pretzel knots, just piling them up on top of each other. Did you ever do the thing where you try to like stack all your fingers on top of each other?
It's harder now than it used to be.
I know. I used to be able to do it all the time. And now my hands are like, you don't really want to do that because I might actually dislocate something. Seeing another theater show next weekend. Ooh, or this weekend. Is that this weekend? No, next Sunday. So maybe the one after. Either way, whenever you get there, I hope it is excellent. Oh, sweetie, don't, why are you doing the thing I said?
I'm still young. No, I'm not.
Sweetie, we are both not quite the spring chickens we used to be.
Ah, that's just one ring finger doesn't want to.
Please don't hurt yourself.
There we go.
The thing that always made people is my hands, my fingers will bend back even without pressing, right? I can bend the fingers pretty far back. And then if I press them, they'll go even further. But yeah. No. That was actually one of the things my teacher always liked was I could always do a 9-octave finger stretch.
Don't
or
worry.
not 9-octave,
You're right.
9-key octave plus 1 finger stretch.
Don't put yourself in the ER. I don't know. I'll just keep going until I hear a pop. Then it won't hurt anymore, right? Is that how that works?
This is not how that works. This is not how any of this works. I'm just saying. Besides, of the two of us, you're the one who drives. I don't regularly drive
take a
anymore.
big pizza inside of you right now.
I would take a pizza, but to be fair, the Mexican delicious red chili pineapple pork we made, I'm gonna eat that before I make a pizza. Seriously, you guys, we got out the pressure cooker. And we put a pork loin in it, and I had made a mixture of chilies and like chipotle chilies and adobo
Surprise.
and a bunch of like flavors and things, mostly spices and a few herbs and things. And we threw that and some other stuff and a can of pineapple pineapple tidbits, you know, little bites, chunks, whatever they call them. Basically, there was some fruit, there's some fruit juice, and then there was like all of the red chilies. So it was kind of a mix between like carnitas, but not, and like chilies Colorado. It was so good. So good. Also Esoterica, would you like me to actually fulfill that redeem for you? Because, you know, you do deserve it.
We could.
We could what, bro?
I mean, if you want... Oh, hey, look, there's a couple of new ones here.
Oh my.
There you go. Esoterica.
Esoterica. What are you gonna give us, babe?
Well, nothing if you don't want to.
Okay.
If you want something, I'll
You
just
right.
Tell me what you want.
Yeah, no, literally yesterday we made these tacos. We made these tacos with basically the combo between carnitas and chiles Colorado.
The
So
pickled onions were amazing. Are amazing.
are delicious. The pickled onions were very simple. Apple cider vinegar and in the brine along with some thyme and some red chili flakes and you know, salt and sugar as usual. Just normal bish, you got it. Esoterica. Just for you. Ara ara. And again, let me, you know, first one's usually a practice, so ara ara. I like that. I feel like that might work. But yeah, no. Happy to fulfill that for you. You spent the points. The fangs have been fulfilled.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
There's so much pork.
There is so much pork. And oh my god, you guys, I made it nice and spicy. Not so spicy that it burns your face.
Like,
Neffy!
the pork loin was like this big. That was a big.
It was a nice sized pork loin. Hi, Neffy. That one requires a mod. Sorry about that, friend. Almost picked up a $60 2-inch thick T-bone for $30 the other day. Nice. Also, Neffy, hi. How is Stardew? Did the cavern treat you well? Because I know you were going to go down into Skull Cavern. You're all right, Esoterica.
It's okay. You don't. Yeah.
You're not in trouble.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
You also don't have to worry about it.
Exactly. You also don't have to. But thank you.
Thank you for welcoming in the raiders.
Neffy. Yeah, we're just having a chill night in for the moment tonight. Just hanging out. We made some delicious pork tacos yesterday. We went down twice because of the night market getting in the way. Oh, that's right, because you've got to make it back to get the stuff when you need the things. I hear you.
Unless you have a time mod.
Which,
And then you'll
by the
never,
way,
ever fall asleep.
I really do recommend the time mod. It's dangerous, but amazing. And
You'll
Skull
want to
Cavern
use it
elevators.
all the time.
I mean, you know, no more missing the frickin' shop because it's closed.
Right.
By 10 minutes.
I
love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like having the ability to get actual things done in a single day
Right?
versus like missing things.
Dude, the tacos turned out great. We pickled some red onions, which always a delight. And the elevator mod, yes, it's very required in my opinion. It makes things so nice.
Sorry.
Oh, girl. Is Stardew your technology?
No. It's Friday evening is my
It is
technology.
Friday evening. It's true. The week has
I need to like
has been a week.
crank up the crank down the, crank down the,
Where are we going with this?
crank up the energy, crank down the heat.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so we could have like a dance party.
If you crank down the heat, we either have to be more active or I have to put on more clothes because I'm wearing a pair of shorts
Crank down the heat.
and it would get a little cold.
Crank it down.
I get cold.
Either that or
He's warm.
I'll do some dancing behind you or whatever.
Warm the air next to me. My own private brawl dance. What have I done to earn such a great fortune?
Pretend to do the robot. Yeah. Neffy, do you have... I think you said you were playing basically like mostly modless, right? But you're playing expanded?
I really enjoy Expanded so far.
Grappleton.
Also, update. The mayor did not scam us.
That's true.
It's true.
We were able to expand our farm.
I thought I got scammed because it looked like I got scammed, but it just needed to restart the game.
I love going out and going dancing. I love it.
Dancing is fun.
Few beers in me, few alcohols in me, and let's fucking go.
A little bit of social inhibition lifted.
Yeah.
Expanded in Ridgeside. Ooh. I've been talking about wanting Ridgeside and maybe Grampleton Fields, but Ridgeside is literally the biggest mod pack compared to even Expanded. It's bigger than Expanded.
That friend's wedding that we went to, that was like literally right after work, and I missed the whole everything except for the reception.
Yep, he literally showed up like at the end of the wedding and stood in the back of the room because
It was like 5 o'clock in the middle.
and you had to go through traffic. They totally understood. They were not mad.
I know. I just like, it would have been nice if I had been able to get there. And I tried leaving early.
There's so much to do, and Ian and Kenneth are precious beans. Oh, that sounds amazing.
Well, it looks like Concerned Ape has continued to release updates for the mobile game. He's trying to get it like, bug free.
I was say I've had a couple of bugs, so I'm looking forward to whenever the mobile update gets fully more updated.
Yeah. I hope he's hiring a team of people for the chocolatier.
I know he's definitely taken point on it, but I sure hope he's got a team this time.
You're right.
Just because I want him to take care of himself while he makes the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I want the people who make things to also be healthy so they can make more things.
Duskers? I don't know what that means.
I have no idea.
I've never heard of that.
It was down at the bottom there. Right there.
I don't know anything about Duskers. Haven't heard of it.
Is it a horror game?
Kind of looks like it, yeah.
Looks like a horror game.
Rise of Industry. What's this?
Not free.
Next week.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Looks like a building game.
Oh man.
Duskers is good. I don't know about Brawl, but I'm not doing horror games anymore myself. More of a suspense game. Even though I like suspense, I also have to be careful with it because when I get too stressed by suspense, my joints get mad at that too. But that's because my joints get mad at most things. But seriously, I love red chilies with pineapple and pork. It's delightful, and I can't wait to keep more Fear of the Unknown. Yeah, that could be good. Or it could be, I don't know, Brawl. You're the one who would be playing this one. Of the two of us.
I don't know that that's the right game for me. It does not look scary at all.
Okay, that's valid.
Yeah, you pilot drones into derelict spaceships,
Mm-hmm.
and then you collect and explore. Yeah.
Very much exploration and story stuff, but it is also very hard.
I'm not here for hard games.
Hard games are generally not our deal, mostly because they're too much work.
I don't have time. I don't have time to play a game and play it to get good at it anymore. Psychological thrillers can be fun. Yeah,
They can be.
Yeah.
You've not gotten very far, that's valid.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna play a really hard game anymore that's just hard for the sake of being hard.
You have to really like the game for other reasons to play a hard game.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think Elden Ring is one of those prime examples where you can kind of scale the difficulty. So
You still need to beat Bendy?
I loved Bendy. Bendy
We
was
enjoyed
really
Bendy.
good.
Yeah, no, Elden Ring is one of those that is good despite being hard.
So one of your favorite creators was basically like their girlfriend tried to play the first Elden Ring and absolutely got obliterated because it was a hard skill gap.
The
hard Dark Souls.
The Dark Souls.
The first Dark Souls game. And like there was like a hard skill cap, basic or skill checker, and she couldn't get past it. And
like
then,
one of the first bosses is what she couldn't get past.
Yeah.
But
and then
then
she tried Elden Ring, and
because it let her move and make choices.
yeah, then she could kind of like level up and do stuff in it.
Right,
and
because she
then
could
go
back away
and-
from a fight and then come back later. Exactly.
Yeah, as opposed to like learn and succeed or completely fail and never move on.
Yeah.
Ship Builder on Steam, it's intended to be co-op. That's good. Also, we
played Little Nightmares. We have Little Nightmares too, and Brawl has been planning to play it at some point.
I mean, I got the Little Nightmares videos up on YouTube.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That was actually one of the first games we played after Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Yeah. Shipbuilder. Let me check out Shipbuilder real quick. Or do you mean Kerbal Space Program 2? Because
Which,
that
by
just
the way,
came out.
that's a thing now. Bendy was good. And
yeah.
I've heard interesting things about the new Bendy.
Yeah, I watched the Everyday Astronaut review of it, and it was basically like, I'm excited for the future, but it's not playable right now.
Are we ever going to see Brawl again? He doesn't.
I'm not gonna spend $50 on a beta game.
He's actually fairly good.
I ain't gonna do it.
Outside of a few specific games that tend to swallow him whole, Brawl is actually quite good at self-regulating.
I think I only spent 10 hours playing video games like in the last 2 weeks.
You have been busy.
I think we have Little Nightmares 2. I think that's on my to-play list.
Yeah,
I'm
we
pretty
have
sure
it.
it is.
And we
So-
have been planning to play it. It just hasn't been the right night yet.
Yeah, I have it.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll do that on a night where you're just kind of like not interested in playing.
That's valid.
Shipbuilder looks amazing, Jess. Holy crap.
Interesting.
I love this.
It has gathering. And it's meant to be co-op.
I love this. This looks like Valheim, but pirates. This looks like Pirate Valheim.
Well, except we're the shipwrights, not the pirates.
I know. Okay, all right.
We could be Samson Boat Company.
I think
That looks cool. That looks really cool.
I mean the graphics kind of look
Nice.
meh.
Like, they're nice. Something I might play. You are correct.
Yeah, this doesn't look.
This looks more like something I might play.
Yeah,
That's valid.
yeah. This kind of looks like Rust, Raft. Oh, look at this. Oh no, this is like. This kind of looks like the house building or the house hunter too. Oh man, Power Wash Simulator. Oh, okay.
Which reminds me, I need to make sure Power Wash Simulator is on my list.
Oh, you can decorate too. How cool is this?
Excellent. Oh, it is on my wish list. Good. Okay. Jessless,
You have to
I
warm
appreciate
your
it.
hands. You cast cannons. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh no.
I see this as being a potential good choice.
Oh no.
I like that. I like that very
Okay.
much.
This is awesome.
That looks nice. It looks more chill and crafty and gathering-y. I like that.
Yeah. I'm also, in general, I'm not a text-based game. I don't like games with a lot of text in it. So,
See, when we were
games-
looking at Valheim, some
games
friends
with-
of ours were saying we could play it in a less intense way.
Yeah,
You're
games with
right.
like written lore in it. Even WoW had too much lore in it for me. I did not read. I have never read a single quest in WoW, ever.
I got flamed so hard when I tried to play WoW because I wanted to read the quests.
Not by me.
No, you were smart enough not to do that. But the general consensus in our friend group was that I was very silly for wanting to read the quests. Not even like all of them, just like
Any of them?
any of them. Literally any of them.
You're like, ooh, old Blanchy, and everybody's like, oh my god.
Well, not quite, but
It feels
right.
similar to Medieval Dynasty. How to convince your friends not to play. Okay, so Dash, how to convince your friends not to play games.
several of our friends very much did that for me.
Give you like get into a game, spoil the ending, and then give you all high level of equipment.
Without letting you actually play the game, find anything out, or earn anything on your own.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, some games I don't mind if my friends help power up or power grade me, so to speak, right? Like, or power level, but it has to be when I've decided that I want to do that. After I've already explored the
I
game on
wouldn't
my own.
say that they're. I wouldn't go ahead and say that
A
they're
lot of
like
the time
assholes.
they're trying
There's
to like convince us that the game is worth playing to get to that point.
Yeah, but like part of the process of playing a game is actually like playing the game and experiencing it.
Right, and for me that's actually kind of important. I like seeing what the intended gameplay loop is.
Aren't you
Yeah, yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
like engage with the narrative? I mean,
Right?
Yes. No, I mean
That's where I'm at.
I never cared about the story when it came to WoW though.
You just wanted the gameplay loop.
I liked the gameplay loop. That was it. And
I mean, maybe, Jess, maybe. I don't know.
no, I think Dash basically is saying like how to convince your friends not to play is by like
In the game.
Yeah.
While you're in the game
while you're in the
together.
game and like just doing everything for you and then like telling
Without
you
you
that
buying into it.
telling you that your gameplay style is not valid,
Yeah.
you know.
Like, if I had signed up for somebody to power level me, we're good.
Yeah.
But usually I like to do that after I've gotten a feel for a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, what Bro said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Basically like
Because for some games, once I've gotten a taste for the base game,
yeah.
I'm okay with people helping me get to maybe a little further into it, right? So I can do other things, but they just can't be jerks about it, and they can't force it. Yeah, give your new friend their agency and accept that they may not want to play what you want to play ever or in the way that you want to play it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, forcing all but guarantees they just won't. Exactly.
Yeah, or giving you like all the super overpowered stuff and then like making you start over from the beginning. Gross.
Right?
Yeah. We could absolutely totally
Welcome in.
Hi, thank you for the follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You hate when they do that, but you kind of like it? Like when they give you the powers and then you have to take them away? I mean, it is a valid choice. I just usually don't
You're
like
right.
it. Also, welcome in. How are you doing tonight, Otaku 4?
I guess it totally depends on the vibe of the game.
Yeah.
Like if
Sometimes it's done right. I agree.
If it fits the narrative of the game.
Mister, I don't care about the narrative. Mm-hmm.
If it fits the narrative of the game, it makes sense. So
I'm just giving you side eyebrow. That's all. Metroid Prime on GameCube, maybe N64. Oh man, those were the days. I still want an N64 so we can play Mario 64. And GoldenEye. Because GoldenEye... It's true, you did! Yeah, no, seriously though, GoldenEye, it doesn't... You can get an emulator, or they're releasing it on PC or Switch. I think they're releasing it on Switch. But still, it doesn't run the same as on an N64.
We have super duper secret sounds.
Many secret sounds. Just waiting to be used. Yeah, text cues. You are correct.
You found one.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's very true.
So I guess WoW for me was never about the narrative, but I started playing because I saw a friend like PvPing and raiding and stuff. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know that Warcraft 1, 2, or 3 happened. I didn't even know what World of Warcraft was.
Whereas I played Warcraft 3 as my first introduction to Blizzard games.
Yeah.
And then partway through playing Warcraft 3, the Frozen Throne expansion came out.
Well, I knew...
And that was my introduction.
I had played StarCraft, so I had wondered if Warcraft was, like, related to StarCraft somehow.
Yeah. Also, I'm sorry about that, Otaku. In the last year, we also had to do that ourselves with our kitties. So I hear you.
So, but like, yeah. So I do pay attention to the narrative sometimes.
Sometimes, when it works for you.
Yeah, when it matters. You know, like if the game is specifically about the narrative, and for me, World of Warcraft was literally never about the narrative.
It was about playing with your friends.
It was about playing with my friends.
Old man and a baby, that's valid.
Yeah.
That's very valid, my friend.
We had ours for a long time too.
Yeah.
So, but like, yeah. I guess I kind of like grew into the narrative of WoW over time, but like I never bought into it, and I never kept up with it or paid attention to the story. And like so much of it was tied into like end game content, right?
Yeah, Arthas, Frozen Throne. Yeah, and that's not even WoW. That's Warcraft.
It became WoW.
It became WoW, but you know.
Yeah.
You know, in the beginning, and Warcraft 3 and Frozen Throne was where I had my exposure first to Blizzard and to their storytelling. Mm-hmm. So I actually really enjoyed the storytelling. And like, I was like, Arthas, my boy, what are you doing? Like the whole way, you know.
Yeah.
As one does. Yeah, Wrath of the Lich King. Exactly, because that's when it was WoW. You right.
Yeah.
It's still not thawed yet.
So why are you eating it?
Because it's delicious and I can't stop myself entirely.
Yeah, but... That's
valid.
But I don't know, the story started becoming super convoluted and I just, like, stopped caring even more.
Your first Blizzard escapade was StarCraft.
Same.
I went back to StarCraft.
Yeah, original was StarCraft.
You unironically enjoyed the story from Warcraft 2 up to and including Frozen Throne WoW X-Pack. Yeah, skip Kata, keep Mists.
Yeah, and I didn't play Diablo until like college. Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction had been out for like 10 years. Had been out for like 10 years before I played it. Like it was old when I played it for the first time. So yeah, after Mists you checked out.
That's valid.
I liked Mists a little bit.
I tried playing in Mists.
Yeah, I hated Kata. I liked the toughness of the dungeons, but they had like the game style had changed so much during Wrath of Lich King from what people were used to that the game style was incompatible with Kata, and they made it too hard for people in Kata, and that made it a nightmare to play.
You're not wrong, Esoterica. They know one storyline and they use it everywhere. Ignoring mechanics and playable content, you just didn't like the lore. That's valid.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't even care for the lore either.
Yeah. I mean, that describes a lot of them.
Yeah. Basically. I didn't like what they did with like the world. I thought it was going to be like a major update and they're just going to redo it. But then like, yeah. So.
I keep misspelling a thing when I keep trying to type.
Kerrigan, Arthas, and Kerrigan, yeah. Super hard crush right there.
Yeah. Where did I put that? There we go. It got scrolled.
Wow!
So.
Draenei were interesting. I did like Draenei. Yeah.
Have you seen The Last of Us?
No, we don't have HBO, and
Yeah.
I have a problem with zombies, even cool mushroom ones. So I usually skip out on zombies.
Yeah.
Unless they're zombies, apparently.
Oh my god.
You know, when the bees become undead. Apparently those are the only bees I'm here for. The only zombies.
Same brawl.
But I've heard amazing things about I've heard amazing things about The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand, Jess, but also I'm not gonna go there for my own personal self. Y'all are all welcome to, and I hear it's amazing. I know. Trust me. I've seen some clips, and it looks incredible.
The
I'm not
girlfriend's review of Last of Us was awesome too. You know, like they gave it a good thumbs up, and like it was fun.
I still will not be watching it myself because I know that I don't want those images in my brain.
Yeah.
I can read horror very easily. I cannot easily watch horror. Those images stick with me. And I just... How dare you have issues with zombies? Yeah, no, exactly. No. Mummies also are an issue for me because they're that really gross kind of undead. And gross undeath or gross death just doesn't work for me. It's not my thing. Yeah, the clicker bits. Yeah, exactly. They're more high. I've seen part of that, and that let me know that I couldn't handle it. Exactly. I don't want that in my nightmares. Zambonis, however, technically are useful. You know, they got to get that ice smooth. Yeah, no, Dash put it perfectly. Even if it's good, I can't put that in my brain because it will live there.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, it doesn't bother me. So, I mean,
I hope you enjoy it if you get to watch it.
Yeah, if I ever get access to it, you know, I'll probably watch it.
And so. I have seen like screen caps here and there, so I know the visuals are stunning.
Yeah,
but that's also part of my problem.
I'm not a fan of zombies. Like, I'm not like, woo, zombies. I'm just kind of like,
I think
if the narrative is good, I'll watch it.
I think the only zombie movie I actively enjoy is Shaun of the Dead.
Ah, gotcha.
And that took me some desensitization on my part before I could actually watch that movie and enjoy it. Even now, I kind of do this when I watch it.
Gotcha.
And look away.
Yeah.
It's on the list of things that I plan to watch.
We never watched it.
We just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Yeah,
But that is one I will watch because again, it's more of a dark comedy than a pure horror movie. And campy comedy, I am here for.
What was that really weird one that came out?
Which really weird one? There's a lot of them.
I don't remember. God damn it.
Zombieland? Isn't that the one?
She will never watch Zombieland, no.
Is that the one with Woody Harrelson and Bill Murray? Unfortunately, I've seen it. I did not like it.
And what's his name? The
Bill Murray and
the kid.
Yeah, no, the one who played
the one with the rules and stuff. I think they were in social media.
Yeah. Jesse. No.
I don't remember.
Anyway, yes, I have
Yeah.
seen that. I hear you.
You watched that?
I have seen it.
Okay.
I didn't enjoy it. I can
honestly-
understand why other people would enjoy it, but for my own problems, I
definitely
could not
don't
do it.
remember it. I remember that there were the rules, and I remember Woody Harrelson was in it, and Jesse, what's his name, was in it. I think you were
Yeah.
with Jesse, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. No, I couldn't do it long term. Just Eisenberg.
Is
yeah.
it really? I was gonna say Eisenberg, but I was like second guessing myself.
Right? You can handle normal zombie media better than Sean because it's easier to separate most zombie universes from our own, but Sean's felt, well, yeah, that tracks. That's how this would go. I'm a big fan of Edgar Wright movies in general.
Okay, so in Shaun of the Dead,
You remember because of Jesse and Heisenberg, right? Exactly.
Correct me if I'm wrong. In Shaun of the Dead, there's a really long uncut scene, and there's a like it's famous for that.
Yep. Edgar Wright is actually a really famous filmmaker for a combination of his perfect match cuts and also knowing when not to cut.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I watched a YouTube video on that. That was really
Yeah,
good.
exactly. That scene in film class.
Okay.
Movies with Mikey has a wonderful episode.
I bet it was Movies with Mikey that we
Yeah,
watched.
Film Joy on YouTube. In case you guys don't know about Movies with Mikey, and Film Joy, they do deep dives as well, where basically they take bad movies, and they're often user submitted movies, and they have to watch them and find something to love about these bad movies. They recently did The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and it was pretty amazingly funny.
I see you, Johnny.
Smurfs, oh my god. Oh, hey, go take care of yourself, Otaku. We always talk about, putting self-care as a very important thing here, so definitely go do what you need to do. And it was nice to chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, zombie movies, I admit they can be good. I struggle.
I mean, I watched Walking Dead up into a certain point. Bye-bye. I watched The Walking Dead up to a certain point, but then when it became like super repetitive, I just stopped.
I couldn't do Walking Dead. That one was too much zombie for me.
Yeah.
And let's see, what else was the other thing? One I could also barely watch, but did enjoy the campiness of, but also had to literally just keep my face covered, was some of the Resident Evil movies. Because I love Mila Jovovich.
Mila Jovovich, yeah.
I love her. She's great. I love her crazy, cheesy horror movies. Except when I can't. And I struggled with the Resident Evil movies she was in, even though they're great.
Used in the other stream channel?
I have no idea.
What?
Maybe sometimes it takes a moment to come around? Who knows?
Oh, explain how your Prime sub expired. Oh, gotcha.
No, Shaun of the Dead I loved. But again, that took me multiple viewings of desensitizing myself very carefully behind my hands before I could watch it.
A Smurf gets bitten by a bug, turns into a purple aggressive, and only says nap. Goes around biting other Smurfs to infect them. Town tries to fend off the infected. Papa manages to make a cure, but they overrun before they can cure them. Then the cauldron explodes, and it cures everyone. Actually, that sounds a little bit more like that Spider-Man movie where they like try to turn everybody into crocodiles or whatever.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
It was The Amazing Spider-Man, the one with Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, sounds kind of like that one.
Who, by the way, did a good job in the role, but was also way too cool as Peter Parker. Well, who knows? Sometimes there's a break.
Sorry,
it was
lizards. That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Of course, the lizard. Right. Kirk Connors, the lizard. Christ.
Literally a classic villain.
I thought they were just terrible looking. Yeah. Anyway.
They did a lot in those movies.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen that movie. Was that the first movie?
Yes, that was the first one. The second one was where it really went off the rails.
I don't even remember those movies. I don't know. I kind of got tired of them.
Oh. What I was meaning is, Esoterica, I had a friend who basically said that after their Prime wore off, it took a couple of hours before it came back up again to use. I'm not saying it's like gone, but maybe it's got like a buffer before it does the thing.
I think they looked a lot more like Goombas from the
old one
Mario Brothers movie
with John Leguizamo as Luigi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They looked a lot more
Luigi
like
Mario, and Luigi Mario.
Yeah.
Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they reminded me a lot more of
They looked like the weird Goombas.
You love that movie? I don't. Okay, was it Movies with Mikey that did a breakdown?
They did a deep dive on it.
The deep dive on that movie is so
exactly.
good.
It's so awful. It's beautiful.
So good.
And they look like Goombas. You're right. You're so right.
Yeah. That deep dive was so good because its production was so fun.
Yes, Mario Bros was one of the movies ever made. The fact that they had to retcon that Mario is the last name, I know. Mario, and Luigi Mario.
Honestly, like so the end of the movie, how the end of the movie is basically set up for a sequel, and you're just like, how?
And it never happens.
Why?
Also, the mycelium fungus growing everywhere is the princess's
It is
dad.
a choice.
It's the princess's dad.
It's a choice, yeah.
It's such a thing.
You loved that Mario Bros movie? I don't know about loved. I didn't see it till I was an adult.
To be fair, as a child, I adored TMNT 3. The one where they time traveled back to Edo, Japan.
Oh, yeah.
As a child, I was like, this is my jam.
Johnny, this wasn't a movie made to be bad. This was a movie trying desperately to be made that ended up bad. Like, it did not try to be bad.
It is brilliantly bad, but not in the way that Brawl is talking about. You remember. TMNT was good in a terrible way, but yeah, it was good. I liked it a lot.
They were all good.
Yeah.
They were all good. Those were great. I love how...
Terrible, but good, you know?
Like, I love that the first one was as dark as it was because the source material
was fucking dark.
Yeah, it's like dark and gory. It's R-rated.
Hilariously similarly, the Sonic comics got fucking dark.
Got dark or are dark or were dark? What do you mean?
Depends upon who was writing.
Oh, okay.
Right? But just saying, like, in grade 2, I was borrowing my friend... One of my classmates read Sonic and they had all of the comics, so they would bring an extra backpack to school with a bunch of volumes of Sonic, and I would take the extra backpack home, read the volumes of Sonic, and then bring the backpack of volumes back and give them back to my friend at school. And like, people were dying, people were being turned into machine clones, people were betraying others, there was mass death and destruction. It was a whole thing. And grade 2 Bish was like, this is my fucking jam.
Have you seen the recent pictures of Decayed Turtles? I'm pretty sure I've seen those, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
TMNT 1 and 2 on Blu-ray and or on VHS and all 3 on Blu-ray. Nice. Bad movies are bad and are sometimes good.
I really want to get like... I am so sick and tired of losing access to Stargate. I am so sick and tired of it.
Someday we need to get
I took like a 6-week break from Stargate because I went through all 7 seasons, or not all 7 seasons. I went through 7 seasons. I take a tiny fucking break, and now they're gone. Mm-hmm.
It's those last couple seasons that are always so hard to get through.
Trying to get through the last couple seasons of Stargate, and you need to take a tiny break. And you have like...
We almost need to get like a Blu-ray player and track down...
Damn it.
Are there even any Blu-ray sets? Okay.
I mean,
I know they're expensive.
Yeah.
But like...
a lot of them have commentary and stuff on it too, so it's
I would
even
love that.
more content.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I miss the special features on like home DVDs and Blu-ray releases that we used to get all the time that are way less prevalent now with streaming because you have to find them in different ways now that things are streamed.
How do you top vanilla Go
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. Go, 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 go.
You can do it with Samurai.
Samurai, exactly. They went back to Edo era Japan and it was like...
That's how you do it.
See, Bish knew deep down inside somewhere that she was an otaku before she ever ran into anime. I'm just saying, baby Bish saw TMNT 3 and was like, yes, somehow, someday I will grow up and be a bit of a weeaboo at times. Not like full weeaboo though, because that's pretty cringe. But like, I do love me some anime, constantly. Like, it's good shit. Captain N series? Not familiar with that one. Kevin Nash played Super Shredder in TMNT 2.
Who's Kevin Nash?
I'm looking it up because that sounds familiar, but I don't know
who
why.
Kevin Nash is.
Oh, the wrestler. Right.
I don't know who that is.
We didn't watch wrestling growing up.
Excuse me.
I didn't.
I watched wrestling for a limited time, and Sting was the wrestler. Was the most notable, one of the more noticeable. It was the Sting era that I saw some wrestling. That's it.
Oh, the Game Master. Gotcha. Valid. It was on Saturday morning cartoons, which I was not allowed to watch.
Yeah.
Cartoons were not a thing for me, except for Magic School Bus.
You watched
Disney
wrestling?
movies.
You watched wrestling as a kid because they also had a... They did?
Nice.
I didn't know they did. I never saw any of those. Yeah.
There's been some good stuff. There has been some very good stuff.
In wrestling?
Adjacent, yeah. I was gonna say something that I found in high school.
Oh!
What?
I was gonna tell my story. I went... You remember the phone call that we had? So I went to the bank on Thursday or whatever.
Right.
Like Tuesday.
Something like that.
I went to the bank like on Tuesday, and I swear to God, was it the bank manager looked like Dave Bautista.
That's right. That's what he came home and was like, babe, Dave Bautista was my bank guy. And I was like, did you somehow actually meet Dave Bautista? You're like, no. Just bank guy, dead ringer.
It just looked exactly like Dave Bautista. It's like, whoa, that is awesome.
To be fair, this goes along with what you just said. I recently saw a TikTok where the guy was like, you should not be muscled and jacked because you want to lift things. He's like, even though that's fine. He's like, you should be muscled and jacked because it's hilarious to be jacked in a profession where it is not required. And then he stood in front of like a cell phone store. It was like, welcome to Verizon!
Oh my God.
And like, the man is jacked. Like, whoosh, with the muscles winging out underneath his arms and just like the thighs and then also the arms. And I was just like, you know what? He is unexpectedly jacked. Yup, fits. It was well done. I'm just saying it was well done.
But do you have the live action D&D movie?
Oh God. D&D cartoon both sounds amazing and terrible. Also something I would have loved as a child but was not allowed to have because, you know, it wasn't educational. My parents were good. We did have educational stuff.
I wish they would remake a Pirates of Dark Water TV show. I think that would be awesome. Also, the people that made SWAT Cats are trying to get a
I heard that SWAT
Cats movie going.
Is something they want to bring back.
They hit some
Fundraising goals?
fundraising goals. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's pretty awesome.
I want more gargoyles. Did you hear the creator of Gargoyles has said that he's open to making more gargoyles?
Yeah. You
had the life. Oh, well, that's a sweet gift. It's a very sweet gift.
I think that was a movie that was so bad that it was good.
I heard about it, but never did watch it. Is it on?
Knights of Badassdom.
Badassdom. Yep, I remember that one.
That's the movie from like 20 minutes ago that I was trying to think of.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it has Peter Dinklage in it.
A Howard the Duck movie? No. Come on.
People are trying to make that happen.
No.
Yeah.
He's a big D&D nerd and a great guy. Well, that's cool. I mean,
which guy?
The person that got the gift.
Oh, right. Valid.
I have never seen it, Johnny. I've
only heard about it.
I've only heard about how infamous it is. Because, like, it's infamous. It's so just...
It's infamous.
Yeah, anyway. It's worth it? I don't know.
Interesting from what you remember. I've never seen it.
I don't know.
But it is infamous.
I mean, there's a couple of those movies. Aliens Coming to Earth. Let's see here.
What, like Coneheads?
Yeah, Coneheads.
I couldn't get through that. It was a little too slapstick for me.
There's a Jim Carrey movie I'm thinking of.
Which one?
Aliens Coming to Earth.
Oh, gotcha.
Pretty sure it was like one of the first Jim Carrey movies.
That makes sense. Howard the Duck was the epitome of coke binge-fueled big-budget Hollywood misuse of special effects, and everyone was so into making it.
Jeff Goldblum, Jim Carrey, Damon Wayans.
To be fair, Jeff Goldblum is something.
Michael McKean.
I enjoy the man's work, but also, yeah, I know. He was in Endgame as well. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but he showed up for Endgame as well as being in the other Guardians
Galaxy
movies.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They went there. Right. Right, I'd forgotten about that. Sci-fi musical? That's one way to put it. That is one way to put that. You know what? It's not Xanadu. That's another one. I think it would be hilarious to see what somebody would do with Xanadu now.
Can you do anything with it?
It's not even really much of a story. It kind of just happens. Marty McFly's mom in lingerie hitting on an animatronic anthropomorphic duck man. Howard the Duck is your movie. To be fair, she was very, very attractive in her day.
Maybe another Tank Girl? Oh my god. Oh my god.
I mean, Doug Jones was in Tank Girl. He's
think,
still working.
What was the name of the actress for Tank Girl?
I don't remember.
Lori Petty. I think she was in an episode of Star Trek Voyager.
Would not be shocked. Star Trek has had many names over the years. You know, I've never seen Point Break.
Yeah, I've never seen Point Break. I caught parts of Point Break on TV, but I never was able to watch it all the way through.
I've contemplated watching it. I don't know if you guys ever watch Patrick H. Willems on YouTube. And technically, I think he's on Nebula now, but I don't have Nebula. And he and some friends did a podcast a few years back where they talked about all the Keanu movies. Interesting. Yes, became very attached to Tuvok, right?
Yeah, her name was Nos in that episode.
What boy did not have a major crush on Tank Girl? Valid. Incredibly valid.
Did that come out about the same time as Clueless? Same year.
95, yep. I watched Clueless, didn't watch Tank Girl.
I didn't watch either of them.
I loved Alicia.
Paul Rudd was in Clueless.
Yeah, I know, right? He plays the stepbrother.
Donald Faison was in. Oh
yes.
My God.
So many people were in it.
Murphy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was one of her breakout roles.
Wow.
Have you never?
Wallace Shawn was in it.
Yeah. You've never seen.
I don't think I've ever seen Clueless.
Okay, it's low key kind of amazing.
I think I've seen bits of it, like again on TV, but
it's low key amazing.
Never from start to finish.
It is one of the most perfect teen movies ever made.
I thought that was 10 Things I Hate About You.
I would argue it's better.
Wow. Okay.
Like movie making wise.
Okay.
Like when you put everything that they made, the way they made that movie, it's better. Like, I don't know how to explain. Like, it created teen movie culture, or it changed teen movie culture in a way. And people are still talking about it academically now.
People talk about Clueless academically?
Yes. Yes, the movie. Yeah, Clueless was one of those convergent singularities, basically. Like, shit happened to come together to make that movie that the styling, the timelessness, it's still kind of a timeless movie, even though it's very much set in a time. Freaky Friday, yes, but also no, but not in the same way.
I like the
really not.
I like the episode of Community for Freaky Friday, because they do a Freaky Friday Community episode.
That's hilarious. Of course they did.
Yeah.
Like, Freaky Friday is excellent, don't get me wrong. But, like, behind the scenes, there was a lot happening with Clueless that makes it a bigger cultural touchstone, in my opinion.
And I totally missed it.
Dude. But also, yeah, Paul Rudd is in it, and he looks like Paul Rudd. Banana is not, it's true. It's the Pop-Tart. You're right.
Oh my God.
You're not wrong. What year is it?
Oh my God. Kidding. Has it never had a sequel?
Clueless, no. Actually, or do you mean Freaky Friday? Because technically both of them had sort of kind of sequels, but not by the same people.
I don't know.
Freaky Friday was good.
Because I've never seen Freaky Friday in any of its... I just know about it through Community, which is why I like it.
It's a good movie. Especially depending upon which one you're talking about. I actually do really like the remake with Jamie Lee Curtis. That's... And Lindsay Lohan. It's actually really good. They did a good job. I think...
Oh man, that is peak 2000s then.
They're making Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan are committed to making a Freaky Friday sequel. Disney is interested. Oh dear.
No.
Oh dear.
Jamie Lee Curtis
Is
is
great.
amazing, and holy smokes. But I can't imagine,
This was actually a good movie.
because she was great in Knives Out.
Yes, she was.
She was
We need
amazing
to watch
in
Glass
that.
Onion.
Yeah, we do. Because she was great in Knives Out. Love that.
And then, similarly, Lindsay Lohan was also in the remake of The Parent Trap, which
Was
had
there a new remake of Parent Trap? Or like an older one?
there was one from the 60s.
Yeah, I know that. I mean like older as in like the 90s/2000s Parent Trap. Is that the one you're talking about? The one where she was the child?
Yeah, where Lindsay Lohan was the kid.
Okay.
That's the one I'm thinking of as the remake. I would love to see Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, that's on the list.
It's on my list. I've been trying to avoid spoilers as much as possible.
Is it on Netflix?
Might be? Might be. I think it might be.
Yeah, I don't know.
I desperately need to watch it though. I mean, Michelle Yeoh, right? Anything with Michelle Yeoh is, I'm here. I'm looking. Herbie, I remember that as a kid.
She was in a Herbie movie?
She was in the Herbie remake when she was wee.
Because I
Like
watched
early aughts,
'cause I
late
watched
90s.
I watched all the original Herbie movies. I've seen them all. I've
missed a
them
couple.
all.
I've missed a couple, but like growing up.
Except for apparently the remake.
Yeah. Yeah, that's valid. That's valid, Dash. That's valid. No, actually, Herbie was great.
Huh.
I watched original Herbie's movies and also the remake. It was actually fun. But yeah, no, but Freaky Friday is good. Parent Trap was good. And Clueless is fucking amazing. Also, Paul Rudd.
How did I miss all these
Paul
movies?
Rudd still looks like Paul Rudd, no matter how old he is.
How did I miss all these movies? Oh, I know why.
Because you were like busy and working and doing outdoors things.
Like 2002 to 2010, I was in a media blackout.
You were busy working and doing stuff outdoors.
Because the internet wasn't quite
Where you were.
really a thing yet, and there wasn't really a way to watch media on the internet so easily. Yeah. Lurk for foods. Thank you, Socrates. Thank
That's
you. For the lurk.
valid. See you when you get back, if we see you.
Yeah. Ugh. God, 2002, 21 years ago.
02, I was getting into anime.
That's bad. That's really bad.
I was already sort of into anime. I'd seen Cowboy Bebop, but and I'd seen part of Full Metal Alchemist.
That means my.
But that's only because, oh wait, Full Metal Alchemist only came out in 03.
That means I'll have graduated my 20. Oh fuck. 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 Fuck.
Time is passing.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I like it.
Herbie the Love Bug was
Yeah,
a great movie.
I've seen it. I've seen it. I know it is.
I agree with you completely.
They're great kids movies,
I loved the Herbie movies.
and I think the adults liked it too. I don't know. So
Peak of the Oldies. I was an adventurer
oldies
like
rock
you once.
bands.
Until they took an arrow to the knee with that reference.
Shit.
I'm old, brawl.
You know, it's kind of crazy.
I remember when grunge happened. I know, right? I know.
Yeah.
Right? No, Brawl's looking up Heath Ledger now.
Yeah, Heath Ledger was only
28.
and I'm already way older than that.
Yup.
So crazy.
You and me both, babe.
So crazy.
Well, I mean, we were looking at Clueless earlier. It's got Brittany Murphy in it, and she also died really young, which is really tragic. She was amazing as well. Right, Riku?
I didn't know who that was.
Technically.
I wasn't a Nirvana I
didn't know when he died,
Yeah.
right? But I remember hearing that he died.
I didn't know who Kurt Cobain was when he died.
I didn't put together right away that it was Nirvana and Kurt Cobain because I heard the music, but at that point I didn't know who the people making the music were, if that makes sense.
I didn't listen to music until...
Or River Phoenix, I know, right?
Yeah, I didn't listen to music until well into college.
My house was a music house.
Yeah.
Everybody in my family listened to music, usually different music, but we all listened to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like MP3s were just kind of like starting when I was in college. Like
I
high school, college.
totally trashed one of the family PCs because of downloading MP3s.
You wouldn't download a car.
Why not? No, seriously, between LimeWire and Kazaa and Napster, the original, I trashed a PC.
Boy, the internet was wild back then.
It was. And I don't know how I never got stopped, but I was never stopped until I realized it was a dumb idea to do it in a way that was so trackable. And then I stopped doing it because I never learned how to do it in a less trackable way.
Yeah.
But
I've never heard of that.
I've never seen Bear Share, no.
I don't know what that is.
No, but I used Napster, I used Kazaa, I used LimeWire, and those were my main choices. That's how I got a hold of music, and that's how I got a hold of anime.
I never heard of Bear Share.
So my ISP did pass on a nasty gram when I was in college.
Oh.
I got in trouble because I tried to keep getting my usual anime episodes while I was on campus, and that didn't work.
Yeah.
Never got in trouble for it at home, but the campus, the ISP was watching.
Oh, yeah.
Which makes sense in retrospect. I wasn't even trying to download that much. There was an anime I watched every week, the fan sub, right? I gotta stay up on my anime.
Oh my god, a fan sub.
In those days,
I know.
the English subs took fucking forever to come out.
I remember.
It wasn't like the simulcast, get it a week later, we now are absolutely treated to with real voice actors and stuff.
Yeah.
And real dubbing and real subbing.
I was there.
I know.
I was there.
You and me both, baby. But I used to pay for higher download speeds on a specific website because they always got me my fan sub every fucking week on the dot. And it wasn't just the anime, it was also the manga. So, yeah. Baby Bish sailed the seas. Poorly, but she did it. Mostly just so I could watch anime and read manga. Mostly. My first anime torrent was the first 50 episodes of Bleach. Which, if you know anything about Bleach, is a terrible place to cut off the grouping. Because another 10 or so episodes and you've got the finishing of an arc, a plot line starts to wrap up, but at 50 episodes, you're in deep into the climax of something. Dude, Bleach was great. I love Bleach. I'm still trying to get him to watch it with me because they're finally making the end, and I need it. And by the way, somebody who I know IRL, whose opinion I trust, they confirmed new Bleach is
really good.
Really good.
Nice.
So we need to abandon filler and only watch the good stuff, and we should watch Bleach sometime.
Okay. All right, we'll put it on the to watch list pile.
It has never left the pile.
I'm just saying, we'll have to
Yeah, exactly. I still need to watch
working through
1,000 Year
that
Blood
pile.
War. We haven't gotten to that yet, or I haven't gotten to that.
Oh, that's part of
the Bleach part that they're working on right now.
Gotcha.
That's the name of this part.
God, how do you make a series about 1,000 years?
Because the series is about death gods.
Just you just hand wave like 1,000 years, like 1,000 years.
Well, we're only experiencing one slice of the story,
1,000 years past.
but like things happened 1,000 years ago in the story. You know.
There are 3 arcs currently.
But yeah, but Brawl doesn't know, so no spoilers, please.
Gonna assume that our protagonist hits some sort of trial and they can't push through it until one day they can. And then when they can, things change. Things change for the better, but then something also bad happens. And then they get through the
It's
bad.
almost like Brawl has seen a fighting anime before.
And then once they get through the bad,
It's a shonen.
it's clear sailing.
Until it
then-
isn't.
And then it turns into You're not spoiling, it has to be
No, I
experienced.
agree with you. I agree with you. Just letting everybody know.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking forward to it. I've heard very good things, both from online friends and from IRL friends. So I'm looking. It's on my list of things.
We never finished the Cowboy Bebop live action, and I heard so many people were really disappointed with it.
I have heard some good things about it, but they were tempered with
All
other
of the-
things. Well, they weren't. It basically, somebody said that on rewatch, it actually wasn't that bad, but it wasn't what people were expecting or looking for.
Mm.
And that was more the issue than it being bad.
Gotcha.
And I'm not saying it was good because
It's really
I
hard
haven't
to,
finished it, so I don't know.
it's
Okay, so Food Wars, I've
Oh.
only seen the first 2 seasons because that's all I had access to. I
'Cause it
want
was on
more
Netflix.
because it was on Netflix.
Yeah.
I want more. I want more Food Wars. It is exactly the kind of silliness I adore in my life.
Food Wars is really good.
We should watch Nichijou. It's made by Kyoto Animation, same people who did like Cowboy Bebop and stuff. Well, actually, partially. Some of the same people who worked on Bebop founded KyoAni. Anyway, it's Nichijou, My Super Ordinary Life. It's a slice of life about these people in a town and these kids at a school, and it's amazing. Also, it has the best production values ever. Like, literally, incredible world-class animation on this little slice of life comedy anime. And it's, 1-2 seasons? I think that's all it is. And that's it. And it's amazing. And they're really short episodes. Like,
I like short episodes.
I think they're like between 4 and 10 minutes.
Shimonetta?
I will have to look that up as well.
Never heard of it.
It's got a, is that a warning label?
Parental advisory.
Dirty jokes doesn't exist. A boring world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist. Oh, it's that kind of isekai. That's somebody's head. That's a girl's head with hair.
It's suggestive and innuendo-y. Got it.
Because there isn't any of that in that world.
Gotcha.
These people are all playing completely straight,
Gotcha. Okay.
except for probably, one person who's from the regular world, I'm guessing.
It's funny that the music is illicit.
Is that what it's called?
It says illicit by Flicka. Flicka.
That's hilarious. A lot of innuendo.
Heavy innuendo. Heavy.
Well, I mean,
innuendo.
speaking of more innuendo, I've been watching Bastard, a heavy metal fantasy, and that
It's
is
not innuendo. Is it?
some of it is innuendo.
That's not,
Some of it is innuendo.
it's
Some of it. There's also not innuendo. But it's safe for Netflix.
that is barely innuendo. That is like barely innuendo.
I find it amusing because I'm looking at it and going trope. I'm going down the checklist of tropes and meta humor items, and it amuses me.
Yeah.
As a comedy, it very amuses me.
Yeah, very heavy.
Heavy innuendo.
Yeah.
Again, Food Wars is like that too, so lots of fun.
I think Food Wars is like way more innuendo than Bastard. So,
Yeah, it is. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much more innuendo than the jokes in Bastard. The trailer had you bawling out laughing for Shimonetta. Yeah.
I could see why.
I can see why. That looks pretty funny.
It looks hilarious.
But no,
I don't want to take anime too seriously anymore. Like, in terms of like watching like the really heavy shit, I'm kind of like done with that.
that's why we
for
should
the
watch
most part.
Nishijo.
Like, I'm kind of like over the really heavy.
Like some
Dark.
heaviness, as long as it's fantasy enough that it doesn't feel too real. You know?
Yeah.
Like that's okay.
Yeah.
But things that feel too much like real life heaviness,
I'm
not here for that right now.
just kind of over it.
And like I said, that's a perfect reason to watch Nishijo. It is a break from that. It is absolutely a break. So, I'm a fan of that in general.
Well, we're at about 2.5 hours. Well, let's take a break.
Ooh, we can get water.
We can get some water.
Yay.
So, we'll take a break and we'll come back and we'll take a break and come back.
We'll
That's
see what we
we'll
do. We'll make decisions at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Now's an opportunity to stand up, stretch, go grab some. Opportunity to stand up, stretch, go grab some water, do the things you need to do. We'll be right back.
See you soon.
Are we back? I think we're back.
There we go. Hello.
Hi, we're back.
All right. Let's do this here. And
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah? Oh, I see. That's a hefty shift. As long as your dad, this is pitched up. Well, I mean, pitched up for this, yeah, because, I mean, that's pretty deep. Yeah, this is very deep. So it's hard to hear you. Like what you say. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's really difficult. Exactly.
And this one? This one? Whoa! Okay, that's kind of funny, because it goes... Okay, so also, That's amusing. It's freezing outside? I believe you. Subscribe, bitches!
Oh, no. I mean, yes, but no.
That's this one.
That's this one.
Subscribe, bitches!
Or this one.
It's loading. Interesting! Oh, and it has different skins. Okay. Any change? It's probably the background. Yeah, it's the background.
Gotcha.
But that's his birthday one, apparently.
Very weird.
Very strange.
Very strange.
It's an interesting warble. And this is, of course, the power chords. You know. We start in one place, and then we go somewhere else. Basically, it's what it does.
Yeah.
Yee. Oh, wow. Sorry. I just got a Discord ping and somebody posted a very aesthetic desktop.
Oh, nice.
It's very pretty.
Very nice. Okay.
You know, someday I would love to be able to get some decorative lighting that is just for you and I to see and not necessarily that goes behind us.
Yeah.
I'd love to have some mood lighting on the desk someday. But I mean, and like fans. I would love to have some lit fans in my PC someday. And again, none of this is required. It's just the fun stuff. And usually we prioritize things that go back here because then everybody gets to enjoy it. But someday I want to have a few small touches that are...
This is taken care of.
Well,
right?
for now, yeah.
Like, this is...
You know. Yeah. You know, that it's pretty decent. So, you know, maybe soon we could do some little things for up here for us to look at and enjoy. I wouldn't mind having, I know, completely extraneous, but I wouldn't mind eventually putting like some art on the wall behind the camera so that when we're not doing camera things, I have pretty things on the wall behind the camera.
You don't like just looking at cables?
They are utilitarian, and that is valid. But, like...
Take that one down, too.
I mean, we're not even using it right now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if there was art, or, like, something that was aesthetic and pleasing, that would be nice. It would be. I like pretty things, even if it was just a color. Ooh, what if we painted the wall? It would have to be a color that would bounce the correct amount of light. You know, because we wouldn't want to have to, like, not have our lights or need more lights.
Hi, Sushi.
I like pretty things. That's why she likes Brawl. I mean, he is very pretty. It's true. Always has been.
What are you gonna do? All right, I'm gonna request early access to join the Ship Builder Simulator playtest.
Ooh, do we both have to request?
Yes. You did it too? Nice.
Okay, I go request now.
Yes.
My request has been registered.
Online co-op. Hell yeah. They can test old CPUs on mine.
Hey.
It says minimum is i5 2400, so second gen i5, Windows 7. Wow.
Wow, that's permissive as far as systems go.
Yeah, other games like it are Other games like it are Raft.
Nice. We like Raft.
Come on, go to the store page. Go to the store page. Go to the store page. Featured. Thank you.
Having a hard time there, sweetie.
Sorry, it just kept taking me back to to Halo, the game that I probably can't play. Ooh, Stray and Power Wash.
I have Power Wash on my on my list of things.
Yeah.
My wish list.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be very satisfying.
Oh man. Like, are there any games out right now that I really, I don't even know. Is there anything on my wish list that's for sale right now?
You know, I haven't looked. Oh, well, there's one. I know. It'll be on sale in the future as well.
Yeah, it's always on sale. So okay, so what's the deal with Void Train? Has anybody heard anything about Void Train at all?
Still on its way, apparently. Uncertain.
Like again, very much Raft like, but like there's nothing out about it. Yeah, I know. It seems like it's been in, you know, productions forever. It's just, it doesn't make any sense to me why it's taken so long. Like the videos that we watched of it like looked really good, and then haven't seen anything about it
Ever since.
like played demo at Steam Next Fest. Mother son of a,
We missed it.
there was a Void Train limited time demo from February 6th through 13.
And we missed it.
You have got to be kidding me.
Whoops.
You have got to be kidding me.
Whoops. We whoopsied.
That is, so annoying. Wait, Time Hat?
I know nothing.
Hat in Time.
Ah. A Hat in Time sounds different.
Yeah, sorry, A Hat in Time.
Still don't know it, but I feel like I've heard the name before.
It was a game on Switch that was recommended that I play with some family members, and I did.
Someday, if I ever have a Switch.
I played it on family members' Switch.
Ah.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Nice.
Well, like,
you know, if we got a Switch, I would absolutely have Stardew on it.
There'd be no reason to leave bed ever.
Well, there's a lot of reasons to leave the bed, but there would be fewer reasons to game outside of the comfiest places.
Mm-hmm.
Is all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, I haven't finished up my second playthrough of Subnautica either.
Nice.
I haven't finished that up yet.
It's been a while.
I was thinking about that today. I'm like, okay, so should I play some Elden Ring at some point, or should I like finish up Subnautica again?
Good questions.
Right?
Because both are a bit of a commitment depending upon what you want to do.
I know, and like I've always said that I can't take a huge time off from my Skyrim game, but it's already been 2 months.
Quick drop by between raid wipes. Sup, hey Linlar.
Hey Linlar.
Good to see you. I hope the next raid situation wipes gentler.
Sons of the Forest? What's that?
I heard about that. Is that the follow-up to The Forest?
Let's take a look here. It's an early access game.
Cannibal infested, so like The Forest.
A survival horror simulator. Okay. Build and craft, change of seasons, co-op gameplay.
Demons.
Okay. Ooh, minimum i5 8400. Ooh.
I don't think we'll be doing that one.
Neither of our computers can run this game.
We might have a tiny issue.
Neither of our computers.
We might have a tiny issue with our
Okay.
computers at some point.
Yeah.
We might have to keep playing older games. Survival horror simulator, says Johnny Friggin' Panic, but I play video games to escape reality. Dude, new Power Wash Simulator maps. I put Power Wash Simulator on my wish list because that looks satisfying AF.
You know, we could, like, if we got Power Wash Simulator, we could always, like,
We could play together if we both had it.
Well, we could both, like, play and continue to talk.
It's true.
Like, it could be a foil for our conversations from time to time.
It could. It could.
Yeah. Oh, look at
Also,
how
it looks
satisfying that
right?
is.
Is that one of the new maps? It must be. Oh, look at those.
All right, let's just
Nice.
share my screen here real quick.
Very nice.
I mean, we've got almost 100 hours into our Stardew Valley game, right?
And you're just itching for new things.
I don't want to say I'm itching for new things, but I need to, like, do something different here.
You know, something nice like that would be a great palate cleanser because we could keep going back and forth.
Exactly. Like,
I hear you.
With like, Power Wash Simulator here, you can, like, jump into a game, play it for a little bit, and then just, like, jump out. You know?
That's valid. That is valid.
What? Oh, I know.
Is the thing in front?
No, I changed this.
Aha!
So-
Hey, and there it is.
Yeah. So, like, okay, so is this a new Power Wash Simulator map? I'm kind of hoping it is.
I mean, it looks cool. Oh, that's... The Tomb Raider ones are the new ones. Nice. Oh, that's really cool. That's a really neat looking map set.
Oh, so yeah, this was the ad for Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
The Tomb Raider maps. All right, let's take a look at this one here. Jesus Christ, this is loud.
Oh, see, I've seen some of this and it looks so satisfying to do.
And don't you, like, get different...
Yeah.
Like, you have to level up.
Yes, you do. Like in House Flipper. You gotta get your skills up and upgrade your equipment. Tumbleweed.
I wonder how many player co-op this is.
At least 3, because I've seen 3 people here in the pictures.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's 4? It's probably 4. You always find yourself using the yellow tip for everything? Is yellow tip like an early tip, or is it like a later tip?
Or is it a powerful one?
Rated everyone.
It's an early one? Oh, that's interesting.
Usually white, yellow, red, etc. Okay.
You know, last time I used a power washer, the tips all
I know
the
wash.
tips all came from it. Or
Just-
all the tips came with it, so.
Just the tips?
Mm-hmm. No specialty tips.
Gotcha. This just looks so satisfying.
How do you, like... Oh, look at that. That power washer is, like, completely...
I mean,
and
it looks
totally
fancy.
Embellished.
It looks very fancy.
Can you accidentally take the paint off?
It's a good question. Apparently you can knock over a gnome.
Huh, okay.
That looks very satisfying.
Noita. We talked about this.
I heard that was a pretty hardcore,
Yeah.
I think, puzzle platformer?
Yeah.
Or-
yeah. Like...
Roguelike. Okay, roguelike, not.
Oh, I remember watching this played now.
And it looks
This
really
is
hard.
Hard as hell. I think it has permadeath in it.
I heard this is up there with Celeste. On
Yeah.
being really difficult.
Yeah, this has like permadeath. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that spider sucks.
Oh my. So everything around you is volatile, it looks like.
Oh man.
It's cool though, the graphics. The pixel graphics are really beautiful.
I was literally just gonna say the opposite.
Really?
Like, I mean, they look fine for pixel graphics. Like, they look really good for pixel graphics. But I'm kind of like, just like, not interested in pixel graphics
I'm
anymore.
mostly not interested in a lot of pixel graphics, but what I like about these is it has a definitive style that remains itself.
Yeah, this is Noida.
Yeah.
Noida, whatever it's called.
However we pronounce it. Ooh, grossness.
We were
So
just
many grosses.
speculating on what the gameplay is. I think
You're
I've
right.
seen...
It's more fun than it has any right to be.
You don't understand. 1.0 is out now. Oh, interesting.
You hate roguelites, but it's fun.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't I remember watching somebody play it, but like, yeah, I never got into it. Cult of the Lamb. Is anybody still play? Is Cult of the Lamb still being
I think
played?
people are still playing it.
Borderlands 3 is 90% off. Still haven't played Borderlands 2.
What's that? I don't know what that game is. I'm curious.
Which game?
This series is on sale, and I'm very curious what it is, so I'm going to go look at it real quick.
Okay. I have to be careful because I don't have my filter on.
Do be careful. Oh, it's a JRPG. That's what it is. Okay. It actively looks difficult. A little. Maybe. Who knows? It's cute looking though. I'm just looking at the things that they keep putting up like right up on our face. There's a reason it's 90% off, says Jess.
Is it the Borderlands 3?
Yeah. Oh, there's a weekend deal. I see. That's what you were talking about.
Huh.
Streets of Rogue is the one roguelike I dabble with, and it's ridiculous and fun to goof off in.
Okay.
That's valid. I like seeing what it tries to recommend to me because sometimes it has no idea what I want. Sometimes it does. You know, like it's showing me It's showing me Beat Saber. That is something that I will someday want if I ever have a VR set.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So sometimes it knows what I want. But then sometimes it shows me like the wildest stuff. I will not be playing any wartime games. Like Company of Heroes or Call of Duty. Not my jazz.
Eh.
They're not bad necessarily. They're just not my game.
Oh, let's turn some music back on here.
Oh, is it quiet?
Yeah. It's quiet. Okay. I'm gonna exit out of Steam. There we go.
So it doesn't load anything on you?
Oh, it's auto playing some things. I'm gonna go back into it. So. Okay.
Well, is anybody doing anything fun this weekend? I'm planning to do work around the house.
Hey, there's Kerbal Space Program 2.
I am not the most exciting, but, you know, life is like that. You're gonna sleep this weekend? That's valid. Rest is valid.
I'm gonna work on the house.
We have stuff to do. Like, you know, the normal things you have to do when you live in a place. Also, if I'm waiting for my joints to tell me that they're feeling a little better, but I'm hoping that soon I can do some more art. I've had about a week where my hands basically just said nope. So I've had to put a pause on doing a lot of the fun extra art stuff. you know.
Sorry, the Kerbal Space Program 2 shopping, Macy's, half decent clothes,
maybe a jacket, maybe some graphic tees.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Now this weekend is going to be, I think it's going to be a little boring. I'm kind of hoping for a boring weekend, actually.
Yeah, we're gonna do chores basically.
Yeah.
You know, the things, like I said, the things you do when you live in a place.
Yeah. So.
At least we have taco leftovers.
Did you want to play some Stardew tonight at all?
I mean, it's not a bad choice. I don't mind.
Okay. Next week is a 5-day work week after like 3 weeks of 4-day weeks.
I mean, February is nice that way. If you live in, or if you work
January
in a place.
February, yeah.
Yeah, if you live in a place that, or work in a place that you actually get all the bank holidays, January and February are pretty sweet.
Also, the snow days too for certain
days
people.
Were fun.
I know parts of California got snow, but I don't know like if the majority of Cali got snow.
Of course, we were lucky. We were able to generally stay home.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to deal with that.
You saw snow. Oh.
Wow, Jessless. That's amazing.
That's pretty crazy. I don't think that's something that like happens that often. So
on the mountains, in the distance. Oh my God. We've still got some in our backyard.
Yeah, we've still got snow. I thought about setting up like a live camera while it was snowing.
But then by the time we thought about like actually getting the equipment out, it had started to slow down.
Also, it was cold as hell outside.
Right? I didn't want to go out there.
I didn't want to like, yeah, there's nothing to like see or anything.
I know. I've been considering whether or not we should add the automate mod. I really, really have. Basically, if you set up resources next to in a chest next to a machine, you can set it up to like if you put ores in a machine along with coal, you can set it up to automatically smelt them for you in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out.
I'm kind of over the whole like do everything myself kind of thing.
Well, maybe when we update the mods, we add automate.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind updating the mods because.
And I might have to. I don't want to take out my pretty mods. I love them,
Why would you take them out?
But I also eventually want to add Stardew Valley, Ridgeside, and/or Grampleton Fields.
Do you have to take those out in order for it to be compatible?
Not necessarily. My computer's chugging with the current list of mods, and I'm a little worried that if I add a few more big mod packs that it might really struggle. But I want to play them all. I was gonna say maybe you give me the save file and then you continue streaming because that's valid.
That might be an option. I don't know.
Yeah, you can also designate certain tiles to connect. That's awesome.
Because now that my computer has an upgrade, I can do.
And maybe you could load up some of the next one.
Yeah, like check this shit
like
out.
if we ended up adding Ridgeside. Yeah, maybe you could start hosting the save file like is I think what you're saying.
Bottom right FPS counter.
Welcome back.
Overlay shift tab. Yeah, shift tab.
Oh dear.